Good day and welcome. Thank you for joining me today. Happy Saturday. Here we are in the calendar. We're on July 5th now. A couple games against Chicago, and then we're going to be going to Detroit. And then, like, it's All-Star Monday. Well, like that. Let's go here. View organizations games. Play the game. Forget to like, share, follow, all that good stuff if you can. It would be awesome. It helps a lot, especially at the beginning of the stream. And of course, you know, gets the algorithms all happy and stuff.
And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. We've got baseball on the show.
86-0 record. We're on a bit of a tear.
Chicago White Sox. First pitch coming your way next.
All visiting.
So just about set now. And today
With the sound and everything's okay.
Lucas Giolito. What should we keep an eye on here?
Yeah, he gave up several earned runs his last time out. I think command is a huge issue for him, and fastball command. He's got to trust it. He's got good velocity.
All right, Witt, let's get a hit.
In this one. Okay, all set to go. Here's the veteran second baseman, Whit Merrifield. The pitch. Slice the other way. That's
pretty solid, right in the gap.
Now he turns and heads for second. And one pitch into the inning, it's a leadoff double. Well, that's going to keep the streak going. There's no stopping this guy.
There he's on a 48-game hit streak.
He's under. He's asked about it every day from everyone, not just the media, but just anybody he comes across. And so for him to be able to concentrate, keep on getting the knocks, just remarkable. And I know he's trying to just win ball games, but honestly, this streak is arguably bigger than the team right now.
Here's Kevin Kiermaier. And there's one away.
Pop up, unfortunately. I'm good, thank you, Stephanie. And thank you for liking, much appreciated.
Bo Bichette up to the dish, coming off a 4-hit effort in yesterday's game. On the ground to the left. And
that doesn't count.
Foul
ball.
Power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine.
And now this is down for a base hit. Merrifield around third. He'll score, and it's 1-0.
There we go. We got an RBI.
Any better than that. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch you could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
What did I do today? Not too much. I went for some frozen yogurt.
Night, so he was a big factor in getting that win. This one in the air right field. Sheets settles underneath it. Squeezes it. And there are two down.
I watched some Arrested Development.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now, one of the stars in the
Pretty
win
much
yesterday, as he had 3 hits.
Left in.
That one is absolutely belted. Robert going back on it. Back some more. Gone.
Out of here.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. goes deep. Another one in his incredible season. And they boost their lead. It's 3-0.
What did I have for dinner? I had a burger and fries.
Back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking
like a
pretty
cheeseburger.
dangerous at the dish right now.
And steak fries, you know, the big fat
Came out of his
fries.
shoes on that one, but managed to keep his mechanics intact long enough to
I
get
grabbed
to
some
the ball
pop
and
from
through it,
McDonald's.
and it went a long
Wasn't
way.
a burger or fries from McDonald's, just the pop. Like $1.50.
Now it's Jansen to hit, looking to bring his hitting streak up to 30 games. Maybe some added pressure on him right here. Foul ball.
Oh, Boog, you remember back in 2020, Lucas Giolito threw that no-hitter against the Pirates. He struck out 13, and the only base runner he allowed was on a walk in the 4th inning. I tell you what, if I was
You
on the
like
Pirates,
frozen
he had a
yogurt?
perfect game.
Swung on, belted. Robert going back on it.
He's gonna catch
Off
that.
the batter's eye and gone.
It's out of there!
Danny
for sure he was gonna
Jansen
catch
hits
it, but
one
he didn't.
out. His 54th home run of the season, and they add to their lead. It's 4-0.
What kind of frozen yogurt do you normally pick?
Back-to-back jacks, and this club is fired up right now, Boog. I mean,
I had
this is the kind
cookie
of thing
dough
where you
flavor
really start
and
to notice hitters in a lineup feeding
Oreo
off each
flavor
other, and the
frozen
collective
yogurt.
confidence just continues to grow.
Up to the plate, it's Brandon Belt. There's a buzz in the stadium every time he comes to the plate as he tries to extend his hitting streak. And he swings and
missed.
misses at
What
the
a
initial
rip.
offering.
Well, a really rough inning out there on the mound. And this is one of those where you learn a lot about a guy's toughness and his ability to turn the page and keep pressing forward.
He's got it.
Oh, he
And
caught
that
it.
is out
What a
number
rip.
3. But the long ball was working in this inning. Not once, but twice. It's now a 4-0 ball game. Major
Same
League
thing.
Baseball is on the show. Back here at the ballpark, and on the hill today, Kevin Gossman.
Yeah, Bogey put on a
They talk like that in real life, where they cover up their face because they don't want the other team guessing their strategies.
Now
So
it's
they
the shortstop,
cover up their face
Tim
with their
Anderson.
glove.
For the White Sox, the shortstop, Tim.
And a pitch. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike 1. Gosman, a former All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a splitter, a slider, and he works in a changeup. Righty to the plate. Strike 2.
This guy's a good hitter. He doesn't have a lot of cold zone.
And there's a ball.
Caught a break right there. Pretty good pitch on the outside corner.
Here's a 1-2. And that's a strikeout looking. Called
There we
strike
go.
3 and a fastball up in the zone.
Been a pretty rough start to this series for him at the plate. 3 strikeouts in the first game yesterday.
There we go, yo.
Right there. They've clearly got a great plan for how to deal with this guy right now.
Fish in the shape of a burger and macaroni salad. So like a round kind of patty of fish.
Andrew Benintendi steps up
Probably pretty good, eh?
to the right side.
Here, I wanna.
Merrifield tosses to first, and Benintendi is out.
Who barely made that one, eh?
That is third. The designated hitter,
Here's Eloy Jimenez. Swing and a miss.
There we go. We got him.
0-1.
Strike 1.
Kicks and fires. In the air. Out towards right center. Springer on the move. He makes
That was
the
a long
grab,
run, eh?
and that's the 3rd out. So they make short work of him there. We head to the 2nd on the south side. It's the Blue Jays 4 and the White Sox nothing.
Blue Jays 4.
And welcome back. Top of the second.
And a small
for the
cupcake that
Jays,
looks like a
Matt
hamburger.
Well, in their win
What, did it
last
taste like a
game,
hamburger too?
Came up with 2 home runs. Obviously,
Cupcakes that look like hamburgers sounds pretty fun though.
Here in this one.
It's National Donut Day. You're supposed to have a donut.
Filling up the strike zone hasn't been the problem so far. It's the quality of the strikes. That's been the real issue. And you look at the first inning, that's what we saw.
3
2
to him.
pitches out over the plate.
Slings it across and quickly one away in the second.
Batting 9. The left fielder.
Mind you, I bet you the donut places like Tim Hortons is probably
And
way
now it's
busier
Dalton
today.
Varsho, 6th in the AL in RBIs. And a foul ball.
Very late.
And a pitch. And a foul ball.
2 tubs of Halo ice cream. Had Halo ice cream before.
On the ground, right side.
Pretty good.
In time, Devon. 2 up, 2 down.
The batter number 15.
What flavor did you have?
With Merrick.
So the
Oh,
batting
kind I
order
tried
turns
before
over.
was peanut butter,
Field
maybe.
up to the plate.
I think
Led off
about
the game
birthday
with a double
cake
in
from
his
them
first
as well.
at-bat, later scored.
They have all sorts of flavors. All right, is that one out of here? Witt getting a home run? Yes. 10 seconds. Yes, if you think it's out. No, if you don't think it's out. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. You think it's out? 4, 3, 2, 1. Well, let's see if you're right. Chocolate chip cookie dough. That's a good choice.
That one ripped right center field. In one
It is
out,
not
the
out.
wall should be extra bases. He's in with a double, and that's his second double of the night. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or 2 behind. The way that
It
he's
looks
swinging
good,
up
but
the baseball
just a little bit
tells me
short,
that
eh?
he's seeing it like a beach ball.
Yeah, that Halo, that's like
Flied out to center in his first
non-dairy or non-sugar or something, I think, isn't it?
Ripped
Oh,
on
crap.
the ground to second. In time, Devon.
Got
That's
me.
out number 3. Blue Jays held in check. They lead 4-0.
I think it's like low sugar or something like that. I think that's one of the better for you ice creams.
We head to the bottom of the second. Luis Robert now.
The center fielder.
Was both tubs cookie dough? Or did you have like different flavors?
And a pitch. Swings through that one.
He can live up in the zone all game if guys will chase it. That's just too much velocity. Hitter's got to look down in the zone.
To third, Chapman. Slings to first. That's one out, the bottom of the second.
Batting 5th. The right fielder. Gavin.
Predicting
Gavin Sheets.
for July that I'm going to get 31 losses.
And that's in there at the knees.
Good pitch down around the knees. You want to be there all game. In a park like this, a pop-up sometimes will carry out.
Joe McDonald doing
Oh, they're both cookie dough. Oh, okay.
Well, Joe's an interesting one. I'm always trying to figure out what exactly his zone is. It feels like he kind of moves around from game to game.
Is
Sometimes
Halo
he
your
can-
favorite type of ice cream, or do you like switching them
I
up
think
to
that's
other
fair.
kinds?
I don't think he's ever
You know what's
really
a good
his
little
balls
ice
and
cream?
strikes, but yeah, I don't think it's easy to define what his zone is, like you said.
They had Haagen-Dazs had Bailey's flavored ice cream before. They had like a little crunch in it
Out
of
to
some sort of
short,
cookie
Bichette.
thing.
Tosses
And it was
across
made
the
with
first.
Bailey's as
And a
well,
couple of quick
or
outs.
Bailey's flavor.
Batting
I thought that one was pretty good.
first baseman,
Andrew Vaughn now. In there for strike one. And he deals. And a foul ball. Righty delivers. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
Getting a whiff.
Cuts
There we
and
go.
misses. It's a strikeout.
He whiffed.
Down in order go the White Sox. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. Back here on the south side, on to the third inning. And now for the Jays, Bo Bichette.
Bichette.
Oh, Bichette.
The pitch. Ripped to short.
Yeah, right to the
and out of
guy.
bounds. Anderson to first. And Bichette is retired.
Now batting.
And it'll be George Springer to step to the plate. 0 for 1 with a flyout. He swings.
Another
And it's a fly
flyout.
ball. Center field. Sheets under it.
Quiz me with baseball again. You can see how many you got right.
Here will be a very positive sign for him and for his team.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's Vladimir Guerrero.
How come you like
Jr.
quizzes?
He's 1 for 1 with a 2-run homer his first time up. Vladdy in his 5th season.
Vladdy is your
in today's
daddy.
lineup. And he's won a Silver Slugger.
There, it's out of here.
Up, down the left field line. If it's fair, it's gone. It's fair, and it is gone. His 2nd home run of the game, and they add a run. It's 5-0. Singing, he's been
5-0.
Yeah, another big swing of the bat for him. Man, he is really seeing the ball well in this one.
What are you doing at the same time? Are you playing games or anything?
He went up there 0-0 looking to do damage. I think he had his sights set on that pitch. He went and got it and circled the bases.
That was a hit, eh?
So 2 away with nobody on. Here's the catcher, Danny Jansen.
That one's out here. Back-to-back jacks. Here's a quiz for you. What baseball games did I just go to?
He's just showing off out there.
2 different teams.
With a swing like that, give that man a bat, watch it go a long way.
Who versus who and who versus who for game 2?
This was a mammoth home run over 460.
Let's see if you've been paying attention.
You know, Boo, there are only maybe 20 or so guys in the game that can hit a baseball that far, and it's absolutely crazy.
Makes it challenging because it's got to name both teams.
Right there.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Lucas Giolito will depart, and as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back. A new pitcher in the game, Davis Martin. He pitched yesterday.
Stephanie's like, that's the hardest quiz ever.
Number 65, Davis Martin.
Two outs, nobody on. And next is the designated hitter.
But mind you, I did say it like 5 or 6 times in the last few days, each day. Hey, Julian.
Goes 6 feet 3
You might be able to answer the quiz I just asked. I went to 2 baseball games recently. Who versus who and who versus who? Sure.
That one fouled off.
2 games live.
You are our guest.
See if you or Stephanie answers faster. We're liking.
Swing, and this one's bounced to the ground. Anderson. And that'll do it. But the long ball was working in this inning. Not once, but twice. It's now a 6-0 ball game here. It's Major League Baseball on the show.
That was in person, the games.
Back at guaranteed rate field. And now it's switch hitting third baseman Yoan Moncada.
As to why I was gone for a week there, you know.
And try to get it all back in one swing. It's got to come one at bat at a time, and even shrink it down smaller, pitch to pitch. Make that guy on the mound work to get you out.
Now the 0-1. Swings through that one for strike 2.
Well, you got to say what teams versus, make it your guess. It was this team versus that team and this team versus that team.
The pitch. And down on strikes. And that's the first out.
Oh, man, just locked him up with that slider, even though it caught a lot of the zone. And I think that tells you all you need to know about what he was looking for in the box.
I'll give you some hints, you guys.
And now here is Jake Berger.
Okay, if you're ready for the hints. In the first game, J-Rod got a home run. It was tied and extra innings for J-Rod's team to win. And in the second game,
You are our guest.
Therapy, thank you for liking. In the second game, J-Rod also got a home run. So establishes the same team for 2 of the days. But it was against a different opponent. And Judge got 2 home runs and a sensational catch against the wall, as well as stole a base. That's all the hints you guys get. Stephanie asked for a quiz here. I gave the quiz, so she has the opportunity to guess here. Doesn't look like she's trying to guess too hard, but we'll see if she can get it. She's paying attention. I've said directly which teams it was. Oh, you just copied Julian's answer, didn't you? So, Julian, give Stephanie the opportunity to say New York Yankees versus what city? Not the name of the team, but what city it is. And you guys got one of the games. What was the other game?
Right-hander kick steals. Back up the... Oh, that got him!
Where's the ball?
Safe at first, and now we'll check on
I
the
couldn't see where the
right-hander.
ball was.
He's all right. The comebacker got him down low, and you can really see him favoring the leg. That's his plant leg, which might be a concern, Chris.
I hit my leg. I couldn't tell where the darn ball was.
So he can land on it, like you said, but from the way
Oh,
he's
well, they
acting
got a
out
hit.
there, I think it looks like he's going to be okay and try to continue, Boog.
And now the catcher comes up to hit. Sebi Zavala, good defender. He's been inconsistent offensively. Gosman throws over, and he's back standing.
Did you notice if they It's in Seattle. You're right. So it's Seattle versus Yankees was one of the games. So who was the other game?
Next pitch is popped up. Out number 2.
There we go. We got a second guy.
The batter number 7, shortstop, Tim Anderson.
Here's Tim Anderson. And there's a strike.
Well, he threw that fastball right by him, gives him a little bit of confidence, but in the back of your mind, you got to think, is he trying to set me up for later in this at bat?
Yeah, we're gonna strike this guy out hopefully. But he has got 2 strikes and 2 outs. Swinging down here, maybe.
Got him. And that is that. The White Sox lead.
I think Julian might have an idea.
6-0 deficit.
You went to the movies tonight with your son Isaac. What movie did you
As we
see?
Go to the top of the 4th. Now it's Matt Chapman.
The third baseman, Matt Chapman.
Was that Spider-Verse?
And here it comes. Here's a swing and a drive left field.
Out of here! You're listening to my previous stream from 2 days ago. I suppose that's one way to try to figure things out.
Man, they're all getting into the action. It's starting
I had a Spider-Verse burger at Burger King when I was down in the States. I'll post a picture of it on YouTube eventually. So I've been doing the Seattle shorts.
And pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like
Seattle
that.
shorts
Right
there.
He made him pay.
Interesting strategy though. Like I imagine Julian didn't go to a previous stream to figure that out. He probably knows who's been playing who lately.
So a drop and drive on that swing. Backside collapsing just a little bit. Trying to put the ball in the air.
Batter number 15,
Here's the second baseman, Whit Merrifield.
Merrifield.
Oh.
Now fly ball to right center. It gets
I might go to
down,
see that
it's
tomorrow,
in.
actually.
So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
The Spider-Verse.
Man at first, next to hit, Kevin Kiermaier. Outfield playing pretty shallow.
That's a pretty solid hit. Oh, he still caught it. It's shallow, but he ran back really quick. Did you watch all the? Is there post-credit scenes in that one?
Nothing to show for it, but in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very.
I always wind up looking in the theater to
Gets a chance to hit.
see if there's post-credit scenes.
He's 1 for 2.
I watched Ant-Man Quantumania yesterday on Disney Plus. The it had 2 post-credits scenes.
Here's George Springer. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. Yeah, he swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
Did you guys like the movie though? Is it worth seeing?
Right-handed reliever.
Oh crap!
Around to third. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. Toronto picks up 1 on this homer. It's now.
They're giving cards away at the end of Lahoud. I didn't know Lahoud was a movie or a word for movie.
Here on the south side, ready to go, bottom 4. Andrew Benintendi up to the plate.
You don't know the name to the other team.
When you look at Benintendi,
Yar!
He played in the same conference as both Alex Bregman and Dansby Swanson. Those two guys picked ahead of him in the first round, but it was Benintendi who was the SEC Player of the Year they all got drafted.
Yeah, the organization clearly saw something special in this kid as a prospect, and it's paid off nicely.
And a pitch.
Well, Julian got it anyway. Named the state.
Now, when you think about players in the past or even in today's game, who's a comparison?
He reminds me a little bit of Harold Baines. Both of them lefties, both outfielders, and he's shown similar types of production at the
Mariners are the name of the Seattle team.
The designated hitter.
Eloy Jimenez now. Hit it well, but flied out to the deepest part of the outfield his first time.
Ah, hey, don't get giving spoilers away.
And he hits a ground ball right side. Fires over to Guerrero. Already
Buccaneers.
on here in the home fourth.
It wasn't the Bucks.
Two outs, base is empty. Here's the center fielder.
Is the Buccaneers from Pennsylvania?
Grounded to third.
Tampa?
And that's in there for strike one.
I don't
This
know.
guy is just filling up the strike zone right now. Don't want to get yourself in an 0-2 hole. You better be ready to pull the trigger.
It was probably a more entertaining game, actually, with the Pirates. Because it was like the Seattle scored first, and then they came back and took the lead, or then the Pirates took the lead, and then Seattle came back.
Hammered left field. That's back there. Can't
Oh crap, missed it.
get there, and now maybe extra bases. And that's a double.
And then it wanted to go in extra innings. I can't remember how many extra innings, but they wanted to go in extra innings, and then it was a walk-off. So it was a pretty entertaining game. The crowd was super excited. I'll have some. If you subscribe to my YouTube and you kind of keep an eye on that, I'll have some shorts on there. I've been putting one short up a day. So when it starts getting into the baseball, stuff, you'll be able to probably see some highlights will be included in the shorts. Is there any bad people around the stadium? Not that I know of. It was actually quite good. We took the light rail train. Did still lots of walking, but took the light rail train and so only had to walk about, I don't know, three or maybe 5 blocks to the light rail train, and then over to the thing. And then for the second game,
swing and a ball lifted left field.
Walked from where the Pike Market is to the stadium. So that was like a, I don't know, half an hour walk or something.
Blue Jays 7.
I don't know. There didn't seem any bad people. There's a few homeless people, like, you know, some people in their wheelchairs, you know, with their signs that say they need money for food, kind of thing. I didn't have any American change anyway. I only had Canadian bills on me.
Smash to the left side. In time to Vaughn. One away here in the fifth.
But yeah, no, I don't know. It seemed okay. I didn't feel in danger or anything.
Danny Jansen to hit here.
On the way back, I waited for the second train because the first train was just jam packed.
Now a high fly ball out to left center. Robert moves under it.
Oh, they got me there.
2 away.
Now batting. The designated
I mean, overall, I think it was pretty good.
Hitter, Brandon Bell.
And every at bat's a big one.
He
for
showed
him
you a video
now
of
as
drugs
he
and
looks to
stuff
keep this
downtown.
amazing hitting streak
I
going.
mean, you know, there was like
That one hammered center field.
walking from Pike Market to the stadium area. I mean, there was a tent on one of the sidewalks. Somebody was, I just walked out to the other side of the street. But that doesn't necessarily mean they're, you know, there doesn't necessarily mean they're a bad person either, though. So, you know, they're just down on their luck potentially. But it's not like anybody offered me anything other than trying to sell me hot dogs and jerseys and stuff, you know. Like when you're between the two, the football stadium and the baseball stadium, there's like lots of vendors and stuff.
Matt Chapman now at the plate. He's already homered in this game.
I don't know. I think as long as you're not going in dark alleys. There's actually, you know, if you look at the one right now, like the one on YouTube right now, I put a picture of the Seattle or Amazon Dome. That was pretty cool. That area is so different than it used to be.
Here comes a pitch. That one down
Like
the
it was
line.
kind of run down before where that was.
He's got one
And they
already.
tore it all out and
Be
put in
surprised
Amazon
if he
buildings and
pops
stuff.
another one here. Gets a piece and it stays 0-2.
Boy, that really went up there, eh? That dome was pretty cool looking though.
2 down, nobody on. There's a swing and a drive.
Kind of near that, the La Quinta I stayed at
And out of here.
is near the
Matt Chapman hits one. He's done it
Benny
again.
Park.
His second homer of the game. It's 9-0. Singy, the ball is jumping off his bat.
Yes, it is.
I don't know if I'd hang out in Denny Park in the middle of the night or anything, but I mean, there was a fair going on one of the days.
You are our guest.
Farrell, thank you for liking, much appreciated.
Be able to get to it, pull the baseball, and get it up in the air for a home run. I'm just really impressed.
White Sox going
It's lots of little scooters around, like electric scooters you can rent too if you wanted.
Strikeouts have not been a big weapon for him this year, so the defense should be active.
It's definitely gentrified compared to when I saw it last, which was like 10 years ago or something.
Dalton Varsho. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
Pointing at the bat, saying it's the bat. But I mean, it's every area has their drugs and stuff. I mean, you know.
And that one fouled off.
Oh, the health buildings.
0-2. Fouls that off to the left and we'll do it
I mean,
again.
I saw some centers like that, you know.
Line drive, base hit. And that's going to roll to the wall. Now he'll turn for second. And he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double.
And that hit carries a little extra meaning, Boog. It keeps his hitting streak going. He is dialed in at the dish right now.
I don't think there's a more confident hitter in all of baseball.
Like, you know, there's some rehab buildings and stuff like that, you know. I don't remember where I saw those.
Next up for the Blue Jays.
Yeah.
On the ground to short. Over to first.
Oh, they got me.
But the long ball was working in this inning. Not once, but
My
twice.
game's almost
It's
on the
now
All-Star game.
9-0. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show.
My whole lineup will be in it.
Welcome back.
But they have, I mean, they have those
And now the first baseman.
here too, and they have those in Vancouver. You know, like BC actually, even the hard drugs you're allowed to have hard drugs on you now.
And the pitch.
Um,
And that
they're
one
trying
jumps
some
to
pilot
third.
program.
Boog, over 80% of his first
So
pitches
under
are
a certain
strikes.
number of
Doing
ounces,
that, you can have
people
a
can
really
carry
good day
even
out
the
there
hard
at bat.
drugs now.
You know, these White Sox just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today. Gosh, here it is, hit it. 3-pitch strikeout.
You know, like that's part of the conservatives' platform is to say how bad it is in Vancouver, but really,
He's 0 for 1.
it's, you know, it's bad like that everywhere. You know, trying something different doesn't hurt anything by any means, you know.
Next pitch is popped up.
Doesn't work, then they can cancel the program in 4 years.
Now batting, second baseman, Jake.
Now it's going to be Jake Berger. Reached on an infield single his first time.
Obviously, throwing people in jail hasn't worked, so now they're trying this different program in BC.
There's a strike.
Doesn't surprise you have similar things in your downtown area. Yeah, I mean, that's everywhere. Maybe if you're not in a rinky-dink town or something like that, you know, like the town I grew up in didn't have
Now 1-1.
that sort of thing really,
Looks like
but
somebody missed the swing sign. That's the first
maybe it does
pitch
now, I
he's
don't know,
taken for a
but
ball all game long.
and it's funny, that town I grew up in had about 10,000 people.
And 1-2.
Oh, he's got
And,
to be proud
you know,
of
over in
his efforts
Alberta.
so far. Sometimes guys cower
And
coming into a
drugs and
ball game.
alcohol were definitely a problem there,
Pitching on the
you
road
know,
like this is very impressive.
because you had a lot of people.
To watch.
It was an industry town. You had a lot of people with a fair amount of money and nothing to do. So,
Oh, not there. Okay, how about here?
Caesar, thank you for liking and sharing. Much appreciated.
Do it for the White Sox, and they're down 9-0.
The owner of your team is trying to move to a cleaner and nicer area.
You are our guest.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
Set for the top of the 6th, and now for the Jays, Kevin Kiermaier.
I think, you know, the problem's everywhere. I mean, whether you...
Lopez back to work. Lopez, 6'1" righty.
Whether you
225
are
pounds,
trying different
and he
things
was
or not.
born in the Dominican Republic.
Depends on how much it affects it.
Next offering is fouled back.
Where do you even begin with the talent we've seen from the Dominican Republic? Vladi,
Nobody wants that
Pedro,
stuff in their
the list
backyard,
goes
but
on and on.
gotta do it somewhere.
High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. That's back there. Gone.
Out of here!
He'll touch them all. His 26th of the year, and they tack on to their lead. It's 10-0.
Anything you gotta lock your doors? You know, your car or whatever. You don't want people rummaging through your car.
Breaking ball on the inside
I
part
keep
of
a
the
lock
plate
of my
allows
yard,
hitter to
too.
Stay really square with his mechanics. If you fly open with the front shoulder, there's no way you keep that ball fair. An outstanding job mechanically.
That's crazy in Ontario. Almost all city, no matter size, is very bad, even with First Nation. See, and that's the thing, you know, they like get those politicians going on about how it's so bad in Vancouver, but I mean it's the same everywhere.
0-1.
The only reason why Vancouver might have more homeless than some of those Ontario places is because it's freaking nice in Vancouver in terms
You
of
are our guest.
the weather.
Left center.
Out of here!
And that is gone.
Cool, thank you for liking.
His 42nd home run of the season.
Like Vancouver, you know, the winter is not harsh.
He put a charge into that one.
That was a
So, you know, you go to some places that are like Ottawa, they're pretty cold in the winter. They just paint the fear, you know, so people vote for them.
Let's break
You know
down
the saddest part with First Nations? No, I don't.
This home run was projected at more than 450 feet.
Yeah, and not many players can hit home runs as far as this one. That's a special feeling, and I'm sure he was giggling a little bit as he was jogging around the bases. That was one heck of a swing he put on the baseball.
Stepping in, George Springer.
Out of here!
That one's gonna leave the park. Out of here.
Back to back jacks.
George George Springer leaves the yard. Home run number 75 on the year. It's 12-0.
Back-to-back home runs, and these
Well, it's
guys
back-to-back-to-back.
look so dominant right now. Pitcher might want to check and see if he's tipping his pitches or not. But I tell you what, if this
I
was
think
basketball,
Julian must be typing up
that
something
opposing
big
team would
here.
Call a timeout to try to slow down this offense.
Matt Foster takes over on the mound. He's into the game with the bases empty.
Number 63.
Yeah, the thing with legalization and stuff like that is they can actually address addiction a little better. You know, I mean, people that are addicted, they don't want to necessarily
Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
admit they're addicted or seek help if they think they're going to go to jail
And foul to the left
asking
side.
for help. So, I mean, some of that legalization, I think, probably will be positive, and that at least they can make sure that, you know, with their drug programs, that they can make sure that the supply is a clean supply at least.
Oh, and now this one's
Holy crap, man. Back to back to back to back.
and gone.
That pitcher's going to get run out of here.
That's his third home run of the game, and they add to their lead. It's 13-0.
Holy crap, man. This inning's been rough for them. Hard getting the supplies, so the ones off reserve get them and charge them ridiculous prices instead of helping their people. They also send it in planes and trains to avoid authority. Family members? Oh, really?
And here's the catcher, Danny Jansen. And first offering is
Oh, that would have been a nice one. Hit good and hard.
You are our guest.
Felipe, thank you for liking.
righty to the plate.
Uh-oh.
Hard hit left
Right
side.
to him.
In plenty of time to first. One away.
Darn it.
That ground ball may have him back on track after the homer.
The designated hitter, Brandon.
And the batter now, Brandon Bell. He's already homered here in this one. Hammered to center.
Looks like he homered again.
How about this one? Way out of here. Gone.
Man, that went way up there, too.
Brandon Belt goes deep, and they add a run. It's 14-0, and the streak is alive. He's homered now in 7 straight.
Who does this guy think he is, Joey Votto or something? Man, that's ridiculous.
Like their little hug celebration, eh?
If you hit the ball that far, you know we're going to check the numbers. Let's go back to the Nerd Herd and StatCast. That was impressive.
Yeah, wow. I mean, they don't hit him much farther than that.
That was a good hit.
Everything's got to come together to hit a ball like that, and he really showed us something right
He
there.
belted it.
Matt Chapman up to the plate now. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. Line drive.
All right to him.
Yikes, that ball was scorched, an absolute missile, and it almost
Burger.
becomes self-defense as the fielder when one of those things comes screaming towards
Their
you.
story, the lowest perk is 20
Dalton Varsho
in cities.
getting ready
But
to hit.
they
1
used to
for
charge
3.
100. Now it's different now. Different types in
36
modern day.
years old, and he's been quite a threat lately with 6 homers in his last 10 games. Swing and a high fly
that's gonna
ball
get
out there
caught.
towards left field.
Guess my little run for the
Benintendi
inning is
puts it in
over.
for the 3rd out, but they tack on 5 runs. 9
The lowest
holes
perk.
scheduled to hit in the home half of the 6th. Toronto leads this one 14-0.
Man, they got some work to do if they're going to come back in this one, eh?
Back here on the south side, bottom of the 6th inning. Now it's the White Sox catcher, Sebi Zavala. The pitch. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1.
I'm impressed.
I don't know when my guy's
first pitch strikes.
confidence would be low at all for any of my pitchers because they've been just killing these batters.
The punch out there picks up strike.
But anyways,
well, that's not the best two-strike fastball I've seen, but certainly got away with the location there. You know, sometimes as a hitter, when you're down in the count, you're so focused on a pitcher painting the black, and you just get a little bit locked up on something down the heart of the plate, not expecting it, and it just kind of freezes you.
2 up, 2 down.
there we got him.
The batter, the left fielder, Andrew.
So
2 outs.
saw something on the internet and it was saying where, you know, if you weren't living in your current place, what province would you want to live in? You know, so like,
And first offering is fouled off.
which one would you pick? I don't know, like you guys are in Ontario.
Ground ball to the right side, and he grabs it in foul ground.
In this situation, as the number 2 hitter, 2 out, nobody on.
Which one do you think you'd pick? What about Stephanie? Which one would you want to, what province would you want to live in if you couldn't live in the province you're in?
At the belt and fires. That's to third. Sends it across to first. And Benintendi is out. 3 up, 3 down, inning over.
Oh, that's like on some Reddit poll or something like that.
Pretty much over. 14.
You know, a lot of people answered Nova Scotia and BC.
Aaron Bummer on a pitch out of the pen here.
And he's been hit pretty hard at times this year, so he's looking for better. Right now, giving up more than a hit per inning.
Pitching for the White Sox, number 39, Aaron.
Now it's the
I
second
think Nova
baseman,
Scotia would be
Whitney
nice,
Northfield.
but I think I'd pick somewhere like
The second
Ontario or Quebec maybe, but I don't know.
And a pitch. Strike 1.
0-1.
Bummer deals. Pulls that one foul.
Based on your favorite team, Manitoba, Florida, or Nova Scotia? Florida's not a province, though.
Hard hit, right side. And they get the leadoff hitter in the
Well, I'll tell you, if it was, if it states included, Florida would be the last place I'd pick.
Kevin Kiermaier next up for the Blue Jays. Outfield playing pretty shallow. And first offering is fouled off.
If USA, Colorado, I'd say Washington or California.
Way out front for strike 2.
Well, we can
Or
see
Nevada,
him muscle up
essentially.
a little bit. He's trying to hit the ball a mile. Got to make sure that he stays within himself so that those mechanics can allow him to hit the ball a long way.
Liner, base hit. And that's going to roll to the wall. Around first, heading for 2. And he'll reach second with 1 away.
The batter, number 11, shortstop.
I don't think Florida would be a good place to live, to be honest. Maybe it'd be all right, but you know, they have a lot of natural disasters and stuff like that.
Offering is fouled off.
Avalanche was. You're not supposed to pick the places based on your favorite team, Julian.
Runner leads away at second. Slapped foul.
Like, you know, any NHL team or baseball team, they can move just like that.
The 0-2. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Kiermaier around third. The throw in, but it's offline. He will score.
There we go. We got another one in.
15-0.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
What's in Florida, Stephanie?
Here's one, and it's a double play to end the
That
inning.
would draw you to that one.
They push across 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, and no one left on. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. Jays lead it 15-0. Back at Guaranteed Rate Field, set for the last half of the 7th, and now the DH, Eloy Jimenez. The right-hander back to work, and the first pitch misses for ball 1. That's to third. Sends it to first.
There we go. We got him.
The 7th.
Now batting, the center fielder, Louis.
And now it's Luis Robert, 1 for 2.
Look at that lady in her pretzel.
And first offering is fouled off. Just a weak fly ball this time. Springer on the move. Brings it in.
There we go. Got him.
There's 2 away.
Now batting, right fielder, Gavin.
Now it's the right fielder, Gavin Sheets.
Yeah, there's a lot of places in Florida you can't even get insurance now. Like that State Farm, the biggest insurer,
In there for
won't insure people down there because it's just costing too much money. All these disasters.
Something in the zone first pitch. So if you're a hitter, got to be ready to let it fly, even though he's had a lot of success on that first pitch of the at-bat.
Got him looking. Third out.
I think Florida would be a nice place to visit, but I don't think I'd want to live there.
Start the bus. They're down 15-0. We go to the 8th, and now for the Jays, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. And a pitch. And first offering is fouled off.
Did the chat stop working?
And now the lefty lifted in the air, right center field. Sheets moving back for this one. Makes the grab on the run.
Ah,
One
crap, he
down.
caught it. No.
The catcher, number 9.
I was wondering what's in Florida. Why'd you pick Florida?
For the Blue Jays. And first offering is fouled off. Fought off foul. Oh, and 2 now. Hard hit to third.
Orlando Studios. Oh, okay.
Toss to first.
You know their government is very not friendly with those industries, and they're expensive too.
Next up for the Blue Jays.
Well, it's not Disney. Their government is more at war with Disney. He got embarrassed actually because he's been having this war with Disney. You know, because he's like against, you know, anything that mentions gay in school and stuff, and Disney was
On the ground to third. Fair ball. Lead runner makes the turn at second. The throw to third.
Disney was in support of their employees who were gay.
And next for Toronto.
And so he's having a war with Disney, and he was embarrassed because his wife admitted that his daughter basically watches Frozen every day.
Robert moves under it. Makes the catch, inning over. Blue Jays lead.
You don't like any other state per se?
To their slim 15-0 lead. back here at the ballpark. On to the bottom of the eighth.
But I think the problem with Orlando and
a little something extra at
or
stake in this
Florida in
at-bat.
general
This
is they do
his
have a lot of
solo
hurricanes
with
and
his hitting
disasters
streak in
there.
jeopardy. And he deals. Tapped softly on the ground. Fires over to Guerrero.
So you'd have to learn to deal with hurricanes and stuff.
Now batting, third
It
baseman,
seems like they get one every year, eh?
Moncada.
Every year or every couple of years now. Well, I guess Orlando, I don't know how much Orlando's been getting hit, but some of them have been. A lot of streamer friends this year we've been talking about
1-0.
having to brace for hurricanes and stuff.
And there's a foul ball.
You didn't like BC or Alberta growing up?
The pitch. Swings and misses.
You are our guest.
Victoria, thank you for liking.
But he's got a really good feel.
Alberta just finished their election, eh, Julian?
Caught him looking for the K.
They voted that
Didn't agree with the call at the plate right there.
Daniel Smith in.
Like this, that's just too close to take. It's a blowout game. Guys have been out here.
It's
for
like
a while.
Edmonton and
Umpires
Calgary
say, "Let's
mostly
go. Cut it loose. Swing the bat."
voted NDP, and then the rest
Steps to the plate
voted
White
for
Sox.
UCP.
That pitch clips the outside corner, and that is strike
They might
one.
be trying for private health care now.
Next offering is in for a strike.
And also that
right now, every pitch thrown with
Premier,
such
the new
conviction.
Premier, has really had some weird quotes on record and stuff like that too. So hopefully, for my family's sake, she doesn't do anything too wild. United Conservative Party.
And a swing and a miss. That's his
She's
second
like hard
strikeout.
right, like anti-vaxxer and you know, like doesn't necessarily have the people's interest in mind. They're
We're back
trying to
into
get
the
rid
top
of
the ninth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound.
public health care, you know,
Not having a lot of success against
campaigned
right-handed
hard,
hitters.
you
They've
know,
been hitting them
basically
around. So this next matchup might be tough for him.
Back to the
on
leadoff
fighting
spot in the
Trudeau
Blue
kind of
Jays
thing.
lineup. Now here's the leadoff man for the Blue Jays, Whit
rather than
Merrifield.
good policy, you know.
The pitch to the left side, but it is
I don't think
well
she's the
fouled.
best choice. I wouldn't have voted for her. I mean, even if you don't like the NDP candidate,
The right-hander deals. Line drive, and that should be
the
extra
NDP
bases.
candidate was still probably a
Around
better
first and hustling
choice.
for second. And he's got a double, fourth hit of the night for him.
Such an impressive performance out of him in this one. His third hit for extra bases. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be
He toned it down a lot during the
because that's
election
kind of swing you
process.
want to bottle. So many
Got a lot
positives
of
that led to that knock.
questionable
Kevin Kiermaier next
views
up for the
on
Blue
record.
Jays.
Tried to interfere with the courts and stuff like that too.
This to third.
Crap.
In time to Vaughn. Now one gone in the ninth.
the bat, number 11, shortstop, Bo Bichette.
So
All right,
Danny
Bichette.
Bo Bichette. Siggy, he's got a history of coming through into big spots. I know I like to talk about, I'm not sure whether clutch actually exists, but you look at the numbers, and this guy always seems to deliver in those spots. Drilled
Out of here!
back there, and that is gone.
They all tone it down and show. That's true.
His
They do
43rd
that.
home run of the season, and they boost their lead.
Although, I mean, her main competitor was
17-0.
Premier before. And, you know, she even had a battle against fellow NDP leader, the BC NDP leader, because he was trying to get Albertans what they wanted.
Recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it. And
So it wasn't like she didn't fight for the people, you know?
So here's the cleanup hitter, George Springer. Swing and a foul, pushed off to the right.
But yeah, they all thought Kenny was wacky, the previous United Conservative Party guy, but the new one is way wackier than him.
Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. Another homer, his second home run of the game. It's 18-0.
Another homer.
You are our guest.
Y'all, thank you for liking, much appreciated.
You see how he stays square to the plate. He takes a breaking ball that's away, gets around it, gets it up in the air, and hits a long home run. Not exactly the way that you teach it in the cage, but you'll take the result.
Look at all these home runs, eh?
Righty reliever out of the pen, Kendall Graveman. And this guy can bring it velocity-wise.
Kendall Graveman.
Could be interesting federally here, though. Next election here.
And there's a rocket into the outfield. So a man aboard now with one away.
See how they do, you know?
It's been a really nice game at the plate for him. He looks locked in. It's hard to hit a baseball much better.
Although I don't think the conservative leader they picked was the best choice. I think they should have went with Duray. He would have had a better chance against Trudeau. And it would have made it more interesting.
Next up for the Blue Jays. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. Graveman in his 9th season, 32 years old, and he was drafted in the 8th round back in 2013.
Although, you know, that guy fires up his base. It's about getting those middle grounder people, you know?
Up the middle, can't glove it cleanly.
Ooh, that was close. They could have got a double play.
Just an awesome swing of the bat, quick hands, and just launched the baseball. 108 on the exit velocity. Man, that is coming off the bat pretty good. I know he's feeling good about it.
And now Brandon Bell.
Out of here!
No doubt about this one.
There's two guys on base, too.
Gone. He circles the bases, and they add to the lead. It's 21-0.
At least it's a close one, eh?
So they turn to the lefty in this spot, Garrett Crochet.
Well, walks
Yeah, looks
been
tall.
a big issue for him this year, so I expect these hitters to be patient up there.
Here's Matt Chapman. Swing and a miss.
Yeah, I got family still in Alberta. That's why I follow their politics a little closer, you know?
Still only one out here in the inning. Here's a swing and a
Out of here!
and he knew it. Matt Chapman bops one out of here, and they add a run. It's 22-0. That's his 3rd straight game with a homer, Singy.
This dude is on fire, Boog. These kinds of streaks just don't come around too often. He's putting on quite the show at the dish here in this one, and he's just so locked in with this swing, and he's just not missing right now. 3-homer game, man, it's so special. And I tell you what, it's a lot of fun watching him pull it off as well.
One out, base is empty. Now the left fielder, Dalton Varsho. And that one is.
Oh, they're going to get me there.
And Benintendi moving under it. And it's caught for the out.
The batter, number 15, second baseman.
So up next for Toronto, Whit Merrifield. Out towards right center. That's
where's it going?
Robert ranging back.
Is it out?
Still going back. Pulls it
Ah,
into the warning track. Bottom of the ninth coming up, and we'll see if he can complete the shutout after the break.
I haven't even been watching his pitch count, so hopefully he's not too high up.
Here on the south side, all set for the
71, he should be okay.
Now it's the White Sox catcher, Seby Zavala. Gosman back to work. First pitch swinging.
These guys have been very aggressive early in the count, but when you're down, you might want to be a little more patient. Take some pitches, see if you can extend those at bats and get some base runners on.
Got him swinging. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
So the lineup flips over, and up next for Chicago, Tim Anderson. Swings through that one. 0-1.
Is Stephanie here still?
And a big swing and a miss.
So impressive how the velo is still there even this deep into the outing.
He goes down looking.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his third strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
Now it's Andrew Benintendi to hit. And a strike in there.
Hey, 7 straight strikes to start the frame. He's got a chance at an immaculate inning.
Popped up. Bichette under it. And he's got it. Ball game.
We got him.
And the Blue Jays add another to their winning streak.
Terrific job in this game. He scattered 2 hits and pretty dominant. Efficient with his pitch count. Got himself all the way to the finish line and finished.
Yes, you're here? Oh, okay. Have you ever been to Orlando Studios?
I'm John Shambi saying so long.
I was gonna go that one year. I had tickets, plane tickets to Orlando for a conference, and then it got canceled because of COVID border. But I was gonna go to Disney for a few days and then Orlando Studios. You haven't been there, it might be the lamest thing ever, Might not be fun more than after once. If you lived there, it might not be as good as if, you visited from another country, once or twice here and there,
You are our guest.
Johnson, thank you for liking. Excuse me.
From
So I don't know.
On the south
if
side
it'd be
of
worth,
Chicago,
you know, if you had to pick one place to live,
it's the Toronto Blue Jays going up against the
if
Chicago
it'd be worth it if you've never been there.
First pitch coming at you right after the break. Just about set to go. Towing the slab game. Mike Clevenger. What do we have on him?
Perhaps one of his best outings of the year last time out. Worked deep into the ball. Gave up 3 hits. Today, he's going to try to do the exact same thing.
And now for the Jays, Whit Merrifield. The wind of the pitch. Out to center.
You are our guest.
Zero, thank you for liking. Much appreciated.
Batting second, the center fielder, Kevin.
Here's Kevin Kiermaier. Homered last night, added another hit as well. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offensive side for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most.
You are our
One
guest.
down, base is empty. Popped up to the left into foul ground. And Benintendi able to make
He
the
caught it.
grab. And there's 2 away.
Batting third, the shortstop,
Seems to be a
Bichette up to
two
the
choice
looking to bring his
competition
team
here.
to 30 games. Maybe some added pressure on him right here. And that's ripped into left. And that extends the inning.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Challenged him with the fastball right in the heart of the zone, and he was clear.
You want to go for Harry Potter? Yeah, well, I can imagine, but
Batter is George Springer.
it still might not be something that you'd want to live beside because,
He swings and misses at the first pitch.
you know, if you're concerned about COVID, they're probably the most open place for that. They have all those
Bichette
hurricanes
leads
and
off
crap,
first with 2 down to the inning.
floods.
And a base hit into right center field. Now a relay to the plate. It's offline. The run comes in, and it's 1-0.
Well done.
So, you know, living there has some disadvantages too, right?
Those are the ones you dream about. The ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
But if you go to visit there, you pick when you go in the year, and you can avoid most of those kind of things, I think.
And in scoring position with 2 away. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. digs in now. And
You
first
should
base
organize
fouled off.
going there sometime. Are you able to go to amusement parks like that?
2 outs and 1 in scoring
Or is it
position.
too flashy for lights and stuff?
This one blasted deep to left, way out of here. Home run.
Out of here!
Vladdy with a star scraper, and they throw a pair on the board. It's 3-0.
With the low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient.
Look at that hit, eh?
It was like BP all over again.
So 2 down. Now it's Jansen to hit. Hit hard, base hit. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. He's there. It's a 2-out double.
batting seventh,
And with every hit that extends his streak, he climbs higher on the all-time list. Rarely has anyone gone this far.
Yeah, Boog. 30 is about as far as most guys can take it, and he's just blown by that mark. And now it actually looks like 40 might be in play. I'll tell you this, as a hitter, It's so hard to not let that weigh on you. Every game you're going out there trying to get it out of the way as soon as possible so that you can focus on the game. Makes it a little tough to relax at the plate.
Just inside the line.
That's a good spot.
Jansen coming home. Score easily, and it's 4-0.
Yod, what's up with you?
110 miles per hour, and man, that exit velocity, not every hitter's capable of getting that kind of jump off the bat, no matter how hard they swing.
The ball.
Now Matt Chapman
True,
the
the ball is up.
Coming off a 3-homer game last night, so we'll see how he follows that one up. Strike one.
Well, they've been able to score.
Darn it.
And this is where you want to just max out, get as much as you can, give him one of those tough innings where it's going to be hard for him to recover in the next one.
Yeah, I know. You said you'd never been there. I was saying you should. That one going out of the park? Yes or no? Give me 10 seconds to answer. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You don't think it's going out? Okay, we'll see. 1, you're up late right now.
Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Belt is
Good hit, though.
He scores. It's 5-0.
Right into the gap there. You're
This
correct.
is unbelievable. That's now 6 consecutive hits by this lineup. Put a really nice balanced swing on it, and when you can rope one into the gap like that, you're thinking extra bases from the first couple of steps out of the box, and he'll feel real good.
Yeah,
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to
you're closer to Orlando than I am, so it wouldn't be quite as harsh of a flight.
With a new arm on the mound.
You could always organize a holiday, you know, save up.
Davis Martin.
He's averaging more than 1 hit allowed per inning pitched this season, and that's not where you want to be at all. So we'll see how he does here.
There's packages you can get probably for Orlando Studios as well as Disney.
Best batting average in the American League.
Nice, that one's into the gap too.
Chapman headed home. He'll score. It's 6-0.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Just a really
Man,
nice
this inning's been
approach.
rough for these guys in this last out.
There's a lot of hard work that goes into getting a result like that at the plate. Doesn't come naturally for most hitters.
Whit Merrifield up to the plate. There's a sense of anticipation in the ballpark as everyone waits to see if he can inch closer to the consecutive game hitting streak. Swing, and that ball smashed on a
Nice.
line. That's down. One hops off the wall. And in to score the runner from second. Just a careless job of getting it in from the outfield there.
They're changing the pitcher
that's gonna
probably.
keep the streak going. There's no stopping this guy.
And I can't even imagine the pressure he's under. He's asked about it every day from everyone, not just the media, but just anybody he comes across. And so for him to be able to concentrate, keep on getting the knocks, just remarkable. And I know he's trying to just win ball games, but honestly, this streak is arguably bigger than the team right now.
Here's Kiermaier now. Anderson
Ah, crap.
gathers and throws to first. That's the third out. But they take the lead on a huge 7-run outburst. Bottom half of inning number 1 coming up.
7.
Blue Jays 7. And the
That
White
was my
Sox
weekend.
coming to bat.
I might go to the movie tomorrow. I just came back from vacation, you know. I was gone for a week there. I had gone down to Seattle and watched some baseball. I was going to go to a water park, but then it turned out to be like Wally World. I pulled up to it on the one day that I was supposed to go to that. And it was an empty parking lot because it was closed. Apparently, the water park I was going to had opened, but only for the weekends. And I wasn't there on a weekend day.
This one popped up. Foul ground first base side. Puts the squeeze on.
So that was unlucky.
And there's one away.
You know, I had actually booked a hotel day and paid early check-in and everything to go to that water park on time, and had bought a pass and all that stuff, and I couldn't use it because they weren't open. It was like a water park, amusement park kind of deal.
Bassett, a former All-Star. He features a sinker, a four-seamer, a cutter, a curve, and he works in a slider. Next offering is in for a strike.
I understand you want to try to gauge that guy's fastball, but you also have to be aggressive and ready to hit in your zone.
If I'd known that, I would have took one less hotel day and probably
well, it's just a great job.
went back a day earlier.
Exactly where the catcher set up is where he threw that pitch, and probably fooled the umpire a little bit because there.
But you know, just spent a day relaxing at the hotel. Sat at the pool.
And first offering is fouled.
Am I gonna see the new Indiana Jones movie? Probably. At some point or another. I heard it's not the greatest one, but
the wind of the pitch.
Be fun seeing Indiana Jones again.
Foul ball there.
The first two were the good ones. Yeah, I went to a Pittsburgh Pirates game and against the Mariners, and I went to a Yankees game versus the Mariners.
And they take care of Jimenez for the out, and that is the inning. Down in order go the White Sox. They continue to trail 7-0. Second inning set to
and
go.
then spent a day at the lounging around Tacoma.
Looks so high. It doesn't matter what kind of delivery that pitcher has, what kind of velocity, what kind of secondary stuff. He is so settled in there. He owns the home.
You are our guest.
Timothy, thank you for liking.
And a pitch.
I don't know if Timothy might get the Wally World reference.
Waste no time there.
Said I went to gonna go to this amusement park / water park. Booked an extra hotel day at the time. Had
and it'll be George
paid early check-in.
It's not there. Okay, how about here? Ooh, that feels good.
To short could be two. Anderson goes to second. Safe there.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night. Just a triple and home run away from the
bought passes for it, you know.
We're starting with this already.
Like a season pass kind of deal because it's cheaper than buying tickets.
This one drilled to
Out of here! And I pull up to it, it's closed. It's like Wally World.
And they tack on 3. It's 10-0.
You ever saw that old movie? Holiday Road, Holiday Road.
A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
New pitcher on now, Ronaldo Lopez. He's being
A new pitcher, we chased that guy out. Thank you for sharing and liking, Timothy. Much appreciated.
Danny Jansen to hit here. Doubled his first time up. That's a laser
right over the heads.
hit, and that's going to roll to the wall. Now he turns and heads for second. And he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double.
Having a really nice game here.
What about the Griswold?
Extra base hit.
Well, I was saying when I was on vacation there, you know, I had tickets to 2 ball games and then an extra Then I was switching hotels. I booked an extra night hotel, and with early check-in. And then I was gonna go to this water park slash, theme park. And
drops into the glove. One away.
drove all the way over there. I checked in and all that stuff. Drove all the way over there, and it was closed.
Now it's Matt Chapman. He doubled home.
So it reminded me of Wally World. I should have took a picture of the big empty parking lot. I didn't think of that till after. But probably a waste of tickets that I got. $100 on tickets. And extra hotel cost, of course, too.
Hit hard, that gets through. Jansen around third. Now a long throw home, but it's offline, and they extend their lead.
Puts a run on
So I knew what Clark Griswold felt like.
Pretty tough for the infielders to do anything with that one. He pulled it hard into the outfield.
So I wound up spending
keep it on the ground, it feels great when
a
you
few hours at the hotel pool.
That one laced to center and a base hit. They get it in quickly. So first and second
In place of
well, Singy, he
this
is
cool water park, amusement park.
He's really slowed the game down, and it's,
Although
he's
I don't
moving
think
full
it's cool
speed.
like the one that
Everybody is a
Stephanie
step
was
or
talking
two
about,
behind. The way that he's
the Orlando
baseball tells
Studios,
me
but
that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
one of the bigger ones in the Pacific Northwest.
Robert moves under it. And there's two down.
Now batting, the center fielder, Kevin Kiermaier.
There's some cool pictures on
Kevin Kiermaier next up for the Blue
YouTube
Jays.
I posted today. The shorts, there's like the Seattle downtown. I was walking around. There's an area that got kind of redeveloped to Amazon stuff.
Next pitch
And they had like this big
Anderson
kind of dome.
He's got
Took
it.
a picture of the
And that
dome.
ends the inning. 9 men come to the plate, 4 score. We go
They had
to the
those
bottom of inning
Amazon
number
Go
8.
stores in that area too, I
Jays
think.
11, and the White Sox
As well as in the baseball stadium itself, there was a Amazon Go kind of shop as well, where you can take whatever you want and it just charges your Amazon account. You don't have to self-checkout or anything. It just knows what you took.
Here it comes. Now this is in the air down the line. Varsho settles under it and makes the catch. And there's one down.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. Right-hander kicks, deals. A little out front there as he swings through it. Freddie Ferguson doing the umpiring duties behind the plate in this one.
Yeah, Freddie's a well-respected umpire, Boog. Maybe a little bit more of a pitcher's umpire. He does like to pitch down just below the knees or right about there, but most hitters are pretty good at covering that spot these days.
The next offering misses, and that's ball 1. Yeah, I mean, he's a guy that has a reputation for being Fergalicious.
Yes, and, you know, whatever.
Fergalicious.
Fergalicious.
Chapman hauls it in, 2 away.
This lineup's going to have to find a way.
Even the announcers thought that was funny.
Out there on the mound. I mean, he is just mowing them down. He's settling in. You got to make him uncomfortable. Maybe step out of the box, call timeout, do whatever it takes.
Andrew Vaughn stands in now and watches strike 1. And that's a strike.
Any news on the new Dreamlight Valley update yet?
Most successful pitch. Guys can handle a little bit better these days, but they court.
Well, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. Nothing doing for the White Sox. They trail in this one 11-0.
No. Stephanie asked for baseball quiz earlier, so my quiz question was, what two teams, like who versus who, and who versus who, did I watch when I was away?
Over his last 10 games. Swing and a miss. Strike one.
Well, these Blue Jays putting together some really good at bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. They jumped all over.
Oh, now this is blasted. Way back there. On its way. Gone.
Out of here!
His 44th home run of the season, and they add to their lead. It's 12-0. And that's his 5th straight game leaving the yard.
And Boog, if he goes a game or two without hitting a home run, he's going to feel like he's going to get sit down to the minor leagues. That slider on the outside part of the plate is typically hit the other way, but to be able to get to it, pull the baseball, and get it up in the air for a home run, I'm just really impressed.
Here's George Springer. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit.
There we go. We got a hit.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. There was nothing cheap about the way he got that one through the infield. That was ripped. Caught out in front and didn't get under it like he would have liked, but definitely put a good swing on it.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. And that one is gone.
Out of here! Yeah, there's 2 guys on base,
He's
too.
done it again. His 3rd home run of the game, and they add a couple more. It's 14-0. Zingy, he's been red hot.
Yeah, another big swing of the bat for him. Man, he is really seeing the ball well in this one.
Oh, Timothy, here's another question we were talking about earlier that you might like to participate in. If you had to live in another province other than your current province, the current one you live in, which one would you pick?
And I tell you what, it's a lot of fun watching him pull it off as well.
White Sox going with a new arm, Matt Foster.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Danny Jansen next up for the Blue Jays. Popped up, foul
big pop up.
the plate. Zavala pulls it down, and there's one down. Brandon Bell next up for the Blue Jays. 1 for 2 with an RBI double back in the 1st.
I was still saying early June.
Ripped to right center.
Out of here!
That one will leave the park. Out of here.
So I don't know if you're away there, but I was just saying the questions we were kind of talking about earlier was if you had to live in another province other than the current one you live in, which one would you pick?
That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
Matt Chapman up to the plate now. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. Swing and a miss.
Ah, crap.
0-1. Here comes the 0-1. Down the line towards the corner. Sheets in position. Hauls it in.
He got me.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
Dalton Varsho next up for the Blue Jays.
Used the big part of the field last time. Nice liner to center.
You are our guest.
Nick, thank you for liking.
Robert makes the play, and it's out number 3. But they go deep 3 times in the inning and score 4. We head now to the home half of inning number
I had that
3.
one.
The Jays are out in front.
Well, I suppose you could pick a
15-0.
territory if that would be your first choice.
Set for the bottom of the 3rd. Here's the veteran second baseman, Elvis Andrus.
Second baseman, Elvis Andrus.
Bassett back to work. Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play. Andrus, multi-time All-Star, more than 2,000 hits in his career, and he was born in Venezuela. In the air, right side. Springer drifts towards it and puts the squeeze.
Probably Nova Scotia. It was on a Reddit quiz poll thing there, and most of them actually picked Nova Scotia. And BC. BC was up there too.
One down.
I thought you were gonna name a territory here.
And that's out of play. Here's the 0-2. That's foul.
Julian was here earlier, and he said Nova Scotia or BC as well. And Stephanie said Nova Scotia or Florida.
You'll see another.
Too cold up there. Well, that's why you got to pick BC. You don't even. It's Vancouver doesn't even get snow.
Out to short.
Pretty mild winter here, to be honest.
And 2 straight set down.
Like you get like, I don't know, 4 or 5 big shovels a year, and then the rest are all pretty light. Where I am, and then if you go into Vancouver, they barely get snow at all. So like it's winter in the rest of BC, and they're starting to get cherry blossoms, you know.
Start the bus. They're down 15-0.
They always have that joke where they show all of Canada in snow except for Vancouver, and it says, "Ooh, cherry blossom."
Here's the leadoff man for the Blue Jays, Whit Merrifield.
Victoria is nice too, but Victoria, when you go anywhere, you have to pay, you know, $100 to go across the ferry each way.
To right. Sheets makes the catch, and there's one gone.
That's the only disadvantage to there.
Kevin Kiermaier next up for the Blue Jays. And that one hammered. That's back. Gone.
Out of here.
His 27th home run of the season, and they
yeah, Stephanie said Nova Scotia or Florida, because Florida has Harry Potter world there, you know, in Orlando. You're born Eastern, so it feels you should stay Eastern. I'd consider going to Ontario, I think, for that choice, you know.
Base is empty, 1 away. Bo Bichette will hit next. Swing and a miss. That's strike 1. Kicks and deals. Ripped to right, base hit. Now he'll turn for second. It's a double, his 4th hit of the game.
All over that one right there. Loud contact leads to the double. And you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, George Springer.
How's the weather? Were you able to hang out in your yard today or anything, or do anything interesting over the weekend?
Base hit. They won't risk the send. Runners at the corners now with 1 away.
Up next for the Blue Jays.
You're thinking go back at first, but my French needs a lot of work.
Vladimir Guerrero
I mean, you can speak
turned
English in
into a
Quebec.
beast.
I mean,
Ground ball left side, and that's just
anywhere you need to go, I'm sure you'd be able to communicate. There's a lot of Quebecers, or most Quebecers know English as well.
shoots a line drive single into right center.
Especially if you're somewhere like Montreal.
From third on a wild throw. And he's got a double, his 4th hit.
Well, you're already down in the game.
Raining the last couple days, oh, that's too bad.
And that error allows a run to score, and this is where things can really start to fall apart.
Hot,
as a team.
hot today, 29 degrees here, hot and sunny.
Play better baseball the rest of the way.
I went for some frozen yogurt this afternoon because it was so hot. Some froyo, you know.
Second and third. And next for Toronto, Danny Jansen. Drilled the left
Die here!
back there, and that is gone.
Holy crap, man. We're having the games here.
Danny
These guys can't
Jansen
wait for the game to be
is
over,
one
eh?
out. His 56th home run of the season. It's 20-0. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back. The pitcher knew as soon as that ball left his fingertips.
What about if you had to pick a state, Timothy? Which state would you pick?
I'm sorry, but big league hitters don't miss that pitch.
It was hot where Stephanie is.
So they turn to the veteran pitcher in this spot, Joe Kelly.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Now it's the Toronto designated hitter, Brandon Bell. And he swings.
Oh, I missed.
At the initial offering. Right-handed reliever. That one pushed to the left and foul. And the 0-2 stays alive. Righty to the plate. Line drive, base hit.
Yeah, nice job of getting that front foot down, and once it does, the hands just launch. Big hold on the left side of the infield, and I think that's exactly what he was gunning for.
And here is Matt Chapman. Hard ground ball, base knock. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds it second with one gone.
Didn't take long to get a result for that.
Honestly, you've never thought about living in the States or even crossing the border for a couple hours.
That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
So one out.
What do you mean for a couple hours?
The left fielder, Dalton Varsho. Hammer, base hit. Throw back in, holds.
Bad, eh? We got loaded bases.
Now loaded. Only one away.
I think if I was to live in the States, it'd be like Seattle, Nevada, or, you know, California.
And now, Whit Merrifield. That's a base.
Those are all the kind of techie places.
Runner at third puts on the brakes. Bases still loaded and still only one away.
With the bases juiced, he refused to get
Las Vegas isn't super techie, but
himself drove the ball to center field. That'll get across a run.
probably be cheaper to live there than
Kevin Kiermaier
Los Angeles.
next up for the Blue Jays. That one the other way, and that's a fair ball. One run is in. 2 runs across now. Merrifield around third. He scores as well. They clear the bases, and the lead continues to
Oh, for a road trip. Ah.
That was a thing of beauty. He had been a little behind the pitch.
Have you ever been to the States?
Into the hitting zone early on in his swing. He was able to meet it and still shoot a line drive down the line and left.
I was in American cities 3 different American cities this year.
He doesn't get a lot of strikeouts compared to
I went to the
relievers, so he relies on soft
well, I'm
contact and the defense
excluding airports.
behind him.
I was in Las
Be on your toes
Vegas,
with him on the ball.
New Orleans, and Seattle.
So up next for Toronto, Bo Bichette.
If you count the airport stops, then I guess LA and
This one smoked
Atlanta
out to
as well.
left. Benintendi puts the squeeze on that one, and there's 2 down.
The right fielder, number 4, George.
You live close to the border of Maine. Did you go down there though?
So 2 down now, and here is George Springer.
Some people live right on the border and never go in there, you know?
And he
Oh,
swings
crap.
and misses, and it's 0-1.
Well, strike one is so critical in a bat like this with a real threat at the plate looking to do damage.
Hammers that
Get out of
one
here.
left field,
Oh, you
and
haven't.
forget it.
Do you have a valid passport?
George Springer leaves the yard.
That's the first
And
step.
it
You gotta
boosts
get that
their
super
lead.
passport. That
It's
takes forever right now.
26-0. That was blasted.
Absolutely.
Not really forever.
No
For a
doubt
while
about
there, it
that.
was really bad, but I guess they've started improving the speed of getting the passports.
Well, he put a really nice swing on that one.
Oh,
Everything was on time, took a direct path to the ball, excellent extension, and just drove it out of here.
Stephanie said she's willing to move to Florida so she could be closer to the Harry Potter Orlando studios,
2 outs, nobody on.
but hasn't visited there yet. I was telling her she should go there sometime. That'd be probably an exciting vacation for her.
And fouled off.
You know, it might be one of those places that, you know, isn't very cool after you've gone there once or twice. You know, it might get boring. So, you know, you want to at least go there and check it out.
Bomber deals. That one ripped. Way back there. And forget it.
Get about it. Get out of there.
Another one. Back-to-back
He probably
homers.
needs a
And they
passport,
add a
too.
run. It's 27-0. Singy, the ball is jumping off his bat.
Yes,
You guys will get the new passports. They just redid them not too long ago here.
Impressive. Wow, this is awesome. I mean, a 4-homer game. They're just so rare. They're so special and just so tough to pull off as well. Everything has to line up for you, but of
Look how happy they are.
make it happen too. And these are the types of performances that people just don't forget, and it's definitely going to live on in history.
Danny Jansen next up for the Blue Jays. And first offering is fouled off.
Yeah, if you ever go down there, though, make sure that you got some sort of coverage for medical problems. Don't want to wind up owing medical debt.
Last one deep to left center. That one carried.
Harry Potter isn't worth 20 pennies, do you?
And
I'm sure it'd be
gone.
fun. I mean, even if you're not into Harry Potter,
So he leaves the
Orlando
yards left.
Studios has a
His
lot to
57th
offer.
homer of the season. It's
You know.
28-0.
Harry Potter's just a portion of it. It's like Disney, you know, their Star Wars area that, you know, that you can go to, but, you know, you're not a big Star Wars fan, but the rides are probably still pretty cool.
Pitcher might want to check and see if he's tipping his pitches or not, but I tell you what, if this was basketball, that opposing team would call a timeout to try to slow down this offense.
The spectacle of it all in Disney World would probably be exciting.
And now to the plate, here's the Toronto DH, Brandon Bell. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Robert moves under it. Makes the catch. That is the
Got
inning.
me.
Finally, the inning comes to a close after they push across.
There's a giant Mario World.
On now to the bottom of the fourth.
Where's that? Where's Nintendo World at? I can't remember where it is.
8-0. Back here at the ballpark, and here is Tim Anderson.
The shortstop,
A huge amusement park. It just opened not too long ago.
And the right-hander back to work. And he pumps it a strike.
This is one of those
Japan, eh? Would you want to go there?
Go ahead and pitch to contact. Let the
Need a
defense
passport
work
for there,
behind you.
too.
You've got a nice, comfortable lead. Don't try to be too fine.
Now, in terms of traveling, you're quite lucky being in Canada because there's some countries you need a visa to go anywhere.
Knocks that one away.
Canada
and
doesn't
we'll
have a
do it
lot,
again.
doesn't necessarily need visas for a lot of those places, you know.
And a pitch. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. And he deals.
I remember in university, one of my
Bad looking. Froze him.
called resident assistants.
Really love the pitch sequence.
You know,
right
you
there.
live in a hallway of
Catcher on the same page right
in the
now.
dorms, right? And each hallway has a resident assistant. You know, if you have problems and they're an older student that,
Looking his first time up.
you know,
Swing and a pop off.
might help out or something, you know, or before you have to escalate to, you know, the official supervisors of the area.
Eloy Jimenez now.
Anyway, my resident assistant, he had gone to Japan. Loved it there, but he's quite tall. So
Here's a high fly ball out to center.
that was kind of weird, but
Puts the squeeze on it, and that is that.
because he towered over everybody there, you know. Holy cow, 28-0. It's a close one. See if I chat with people, I do better than I do when I'm focused in on it, eh?
Start the fifth. Kendall Graveman.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed.
Actually, it really
Keep the
depends on when I
score
chase
right
that
where it
pitcher
is.
because that first
Seems
pitcher
like
is
a
usually the
tough
hardest
task
one.
today with the way this lineup is swinging
If
it.
I get lucky on them, then I don't keep the score down
Here
quite as
is
harsh.
Matt Chapman.
the third baseman, Matt Chapman.
The pitch. Chapman gets a piece there.
Well, these Jays doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. Double-digit hits and 0 strikeouts. I don't know which of those is more impressive.
Out of here!
He's blasted to right. Forget it. Way back there and gone.
I don't know what you'd do in Japan. You'd probably
Chapman hits one out.
see lots of neat things to see, though,
59th home
eh?
of the season, and they tack one on the board. It's 29-0.
That's the exact definition of hitting the ball where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ballpark. You want to bottle that type of
Nintendo.
approach.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not like
Dalton Varsho
visitors can go
ready to
through every
hit.
part of Nintendo, you know? That'd be about...
This one in the air center field. Robert moves under it. And there's one
I
down.
don't know, half a day or something like that, you know? Maybe the amusement park would add, you could do a couple
Now here's
days
the
there,
leadoff
but
man for the Blue Jays, Whit
I
Merrifield.
mean, you'd probably want to visit like different gardens and try food and stuff like that, I imagine. Go karaokeing, eh? That's the thing to do in Japan.
And that one ripped into right. Sheets makes the grab.
You always
2
see
down.
that any association with Japan, they like karaokeing.
Kevin Kiermaier next up for the Blue Jays.
They have a Nintendo headquarters in Vancouver too, eh?
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit.
But yeah, you can't go up to those corporations and move around freely though, really.
And his hot hitting.
You know, like if you go to
They kept him in the yard that time. All he's doing now is
Microsoft's
passing the
headquarters
baton, and
in
everything seems to get started
Redmond, I
around
guess
this
is
guy.
where it is.
2 outs, runner at
Seattle
first.
area.
And now for the Jays.
They,
Bichette. He's got the
I mean, you can look
power.
around a little bit, but
Great
you can't really do a
contact
lot.
skills, one of the best contact hitters in the game.
Unless you have an employee showing you around, you know.
Oh, the throw is wild.
Even when I was by the Amazon thing, they said that dome that I took a picture of,
Swing right there. You got a
they only
pitcher
do
he knew he could
tours once a
handle,
week
allowed himself to stay back just a
on,
tad
of
bit
that
longer,
because it's
and he
actually an
hit the ball
employee
on the
area.
screws.
So first and second with 2 outs. George Springer next up for the Blue Jays. Oh, this is
Outta here!
Center, way back there.
I got hired by EA back in the day in Vancouver, and I got a big internal tour. They're actually gonna hire me. I would have been helping them moving campuses by you know, labeling computers and stuff like that, and then reconnecting them after. And
Lightning fast
unfortunately, it didn't work out
velocity
because
fastball on the inside part of the plate. In my
I
experience,
had
when
the
you're
summer
looking out
off
over
from
the
my
plate,
job that I was
allowing the ball
working,
to travel, it's
and
pure
they weren't
reaction to
ready
the
until
pitch
like
in
they were
that
gonna hire me
location.
right away. They
That's a
thought they'd get the
tremendous
contracts in
swing.
real fast, but by the time the contracts were approved by head office, it was already October. So like
New arm out of the bullpen.
well
Garrett
past the summer.
Crochet.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the
But that was a
better
really
ones in
cool
the
tour,
game,
though.
say, spin
See all
rate's
sorts of
very
cool things.
high, and it just breaks his
Although there's still a lot of areas they weren't allowed to take me. Everywhere, there's guards everywhere checking your card,
So 2 away with nobody on.
making sure that
Now,
you were
Vladimir
where you're
Guerrero
supposed to be.
Jr. That one's on its way. No question about it, and that one will go.
Hit the pole. Man, I'm just slaughtering these guys, eh? Yeah, that was a while back now, that EA tour. I bet you it's even cooler now. Well, maybe not. Maybe they have a lot of people working from home now.
Unreal. Absolutely unreal, Boog. I mean, this is an all-time performance right here. 5 home runs in a single game. Are you kidding me? This is something we're never going to forget.
They're even helping him with his helmet.
Will go down in history as one of the best ever. And
Like, who
I'm
took
just
my
in
helmet?
awe of what we've seen, and he's getting a standing O for me right now.
And now Danny Jansen. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. Here comes the 0-1. And it's fouled away. Oh, 0-2 now. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. 0-2 now. Here's the
Get outta here!
left field, and he knew it.
This is getting ridiculous. I'm just killing these guys. Only the 5th inning, too. I burned out their pitching staff, I think.
There was a high slider, but he did a really good job of staying on plane with it, staying slightly above it with his hands. Hit that ball hard, and he got rewarded.
And the batter now, Brandon Bell. And first offering is fouled off.
Triple shy of the cycle? I don't think he'll get a triple. He's so slow running.
Left-hand hitter waits. And that one fouled off. The big lefty turns, kicks, deals. Oh, and now this
Another home
one's
run.
crushed. This one's on its way and gone.
Wow, 4 consecutive home runs. These guys are taking batting practice in the game. Just unbelievable at bats. And I tell you what, that hitting coach over there in the dugout, he's feeling pretty proud of himself right now.
Yeah, they're hitting coach. You watched a movie just before coming? Which movie did you watch? I watched Ant-Man Quantumania yesterday.
Here's Matt Chapman. And that is
I saw The Fablemans recently too. That wasn't bad. Dream. Did you like it? Were you scared?
Here comes a pitch.
Oh, almost.
When that bat had the distance for the Oppo home run, but many times you have that slice going to the opposite field, and he just couldn't keep that one fair.
Into the outfield, base hit. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
The left fielder, number 25.
Now the left fielder, Dalton Varsho.
I think with the Scream franchise, they lost a little focus as to what they were compared to the early ones.
To right, and that'll be a base hit. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out.
That's back-to-back singles for him. He somehow got to that outside pitch and pulled it hard into the outfield.
I didn't know. I don't think I saw 5. That's the newest one. But the last one I noticed, I don't think they really
Whit Merrifield next up for the Blue Jays.
know what really, or they forgot what made them.
Hit, knocks it down. Not in time. He's safe.
Forgot what made them the movie, what it was. You know, like people aren't afraid of the villain anymore, you know, that kind of thing.
Smoking, and these days you hear it all the time, but the numbers just don't lie. If you can drive a ball like that, more often than not, you're picking up a knock.
And now here is Kevin Kiermaier. And first offering is fouled off.
If I get a triple, he can have a cycle too.
Chapman on third. Varsho on second. Merrifield on at first with 2 down. Line drive, base hit right field. And now the runner will score from third on the wild throw.
Comes through with the RBI. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and ripped it into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel
Pretty
the ball hit the
intense.
barrel. That's a pure stroke.
Base is full, 2 gone. Bo Bichette now at the plate. And first offering is fouled off. 2 outs. Bases are full. Short hop liner.
Ah, they got me.
Short. Gathers and throws. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. But it's a huge 8-run inning for them as they open up the lead.
36-0. Hey, that's crazy.
Back here on the south side, Luis Robert now.
The center fielder.
Surprised nobody's picked Blast the AC yet.
The pitch. And first offering is fouled off.
You know, these White Sox just aren't putting together very many good at-bats in this one. We're in the back half of the game, and they're still searching for a base runner. He's been great out there on the mound, no doubt, but it's also been a disappointing performance at the plate to this point.
Gets under it and pops it up. Chapman on his way over, pulls it in on the run. And a quick out, number 1.
And as we get deeper, it's not going to get any easier. These at-bats are going to feel more and more desperate with every out the rest of the way.
And next to hit for the Sox, Gavin
Teams are kind of
Sheets.
deflated by their 3rd game with me.
Bounce to the left side.
All their pitchers are worn out
Chapman over to first in time. Home man for the 5th inning, moving along. 2
and have no
outs.
confidence.
Andrew Vaughn now. He was a strikeout victim his
It
first
gets
time.
easier and easier.
That's in for a strike.
Oh, he's got to be pretty proud of this outing so far. Sometimes guys cower coming into a ballpark like this, but
That
he's
guy's
attacked
pretty
edges.
confident.
Pitching on the road like this is very impressive. This has been a treat to watch.
Strike 2.
Now this offense has just been locked down. Almost 5 full innings of shutout baseball.
Goes down looking. Back at Guaranteed Rate Field, top 6. Here's George Springer.
Julian was saying he saw the
He's on
Spider-Verse
to the
movie.
milestone. His
Let me go
next
watch
home
that
run
tomorrow
will be the
afternoon.
300th of his career. Crochet back to work. Strike 1.
Supposed to be pretty good.
Springer, an all-star a season ago.
New
A member of
Spider-Verse
the
movie.
1,000 hit club, and he's been on a fantastic run at the plate, hitting over 450 in his last 10 games. The pitch. This one drilled.
Out of here.
No doubt about it as they add on more. Gone. A big home run for him, certainly. Number
300th home run.
Career. Someone get him that baseball.
Well, you have to appreciate what he's been able to do in his career. He's truly established himself as one of the great power hitters in the game today. And this is a milestone he can be really proud of. There are a lot of very good hitters that never get to 300 homers in their careers.
And the crowd's cheering for him. I mean, their team's getting slaughtered.
Here's a big power threat. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. In the air, out
That one's
towards
caught.
left center. Benintendi moving under it. He's there. He's got it. 1 away. Danny Jansen digs in now. Swinging a foul straight back. And now the 0-1. On the ground, out to short.
He's got.
Zips it across. 2 gone.
Up next for the Blue Jays, the designated hitter, Brandon.
2 outs, base is empty. Now it's the Toronto designated hitter, Brandon Bell.
And it may be a long shot, but a triple here will give him the cycle.
Up the middle. That ends the frame.
That was a quick
It's a beautiful
inning versus the last one.
Here. On to the bottom of inning number 6. You're dialed into the show.
Alexa, what is the record for a single game score?
Welcome back. Here's Elvis Andrus.
Alexa, stop.
The second baseman.
Alexa, what is the record in baseball for a single game score?
June 29th.
The record, it was 36. We just broke the record. It was Chicago
The right-hander back
that had
to
the
work.
previous record, actually.
And there's the strike.
When a guy's throwing a lot of first pitch strikes,
It was like
as
in
a
the
hitter, you gotta
1800s
be
or
ready to
something.
hit. Now, that's not going to help you get deep into his pitch count and into the bullpen, but you got to take what he's offering that day.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And one away.
Oh, there's the three.
There's the Chicago
strikeout.
Cubs,
He can
though.
do whatever he wants with the baseball right now.
The third baseman.
Here is Moncada. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. Moncada measures 6 feet 2 inches, 225 pounds, and he was born in Cuba. There's a strike.
Outside of the United States, Cuba has more players and representatives in Cooperstown than any other country. Puerto Rico and the Dominican Republic are close behind.
That one catches the zone. 0-2. Next offering is fouled back. And a pitch. Fly ball down the line, and that is Springer. Squeezes it. That's out number 2.
Now batting. The catcher.
Here's the catcher to hit, Sebi Zavala. Grounded out his first time up. Next pitch is popped up. Merrifield gets under it. Makes the grab, and that's the inning. We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Liam Hendricks.
They're bringing out their closer.
He's been really good this season at keeping the ball in the park. Not an easy guy to take deep.
And now for the Jays, Matt Chapman.
Only 7th inning.
Very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. The pitch. Hammers that one. deep
Welcome,
in the field,
new
and
pitcher.
forget it.
I think we probably cycled through most of their pitchers.
Welcome to the game. First pitch out of the bullpen, a tough one. And you know he's just trying to get one in there for a strike. And on the other side, as a hitter, it's a great time to be aggressive and let it fly. It's not what they were looking for when they turned to him, but now he's got to find a way to reset.
And next for Toronto, Dalton Varsho. Foul ball. Oh, and 1 now. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. Back there. And gone.
Get out of here! Boy, this closer is not having any luck, is he? I swear, a lot of these games are like close. This one wasn't though.
Back-to-back homers, always a special feeling at the ballpark, especially if it's your team that does it and those guys get to slap hands at home plate. This is the kind of thing that can really fire up a ball club.
Hey, Clunk.
Whit Merrifield next up for the Blue Jays. Ripped on a line. And Benintendi able to make the grab. And there's one away.
As good as he's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand, you cannot hang a breaking ball right there. Lucky it stayed in the ballpark.
Kevin Kiermaier next up for the Blue Jays. And first offering is fouled off. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock.
Now batting, shortstop.
Man at first with one gone. Bo Bichette gets a chance to hit. To third, Moncada. Over to Andrews. On to first.
Double play on me.
And that's the inning. But the long ball was working in this inning. Not once, but twice. 7th inning stretch time. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Bottom of the 7th, stepping in, the White Sox leadoff man, Tim Anderson. The wind and the pitch. There's the strike.
Pretty amazing, his first pitch strike percentage, over 90%. You know you're getting something in the zone first pitch. So if you're a hitter, got to be ready to let it fly, even though he's had a lot of success on that first pitch of the at-bat.
Popped up to the left, into foul ground, and no one can get to it. It's a foul ball. The 0-2. Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
God, I'm looking.
Andrew Benintendi up to the plate.
Benintendi.
And a foul ball.
Now there's a pitch we haven't seen in a while. It's going to be tough on the hitters if he can mix that in whenever he wants.
That's out to center field. In there, base hit. And the bid for history is gone.
Oh, no complete shutout or whatever. No hitter, I mean.
Well, he's been absolutely lights out on the mound all game, and I really thought he might pull off some history here, Boog.
He had that look, no doubt. Perfect games are so tough, though. It's one of the rarest feats in sports for a reason. Here's the White Sox DH, Eloy Jimenez. His righty-lefty splits there. Bassett with a look to first. Benintendi back easily. On the ground, right side. Over to Bichette. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice. But safe at first. It's a fielder's choice.
The center fielder, Louis.
And now it's Luis Robert. Slice down the right side. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Guerrero makes the catch, and that'll do it. For the top of the 8th, leading off, George Springer.
The right fielder.
Oh, yeah, Boog. He's on the brink of one of your favorite milestones. He's completed 3 legs of the cycle.
I love me some cycle. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit.
I mean, come on, have a game. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
So digging in, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Hammered to center.
Out of here!
How about this one? Way out of here. Gone.
That's like the record because I passed the record like 10 or 12 hits
Dropped
ago.
the barrel right there. Got a fastball down at the knees where he'd prefer it. So many times now, guys are having to
Single
adjust
home
to the
runs.
elevated fastball. So I'm sure his eyes got big when he saw that one coming.
Danny Jansen next up for the Blue Jays. Into center. Robert moves under it. And makes the grab. And there's one away.
Now batting. The designated hitter.
Brandon Bell next up for the Blue Jays. Swings across.
Out of here!
Field way back and gone.
The timing down today.
Breaking ball on the inside part of the plate requires a hitter to stay really square with his mechanics. If you fly open with the front shoulder, there's no way you keep that ball fair. An outstanding job mechanically. He deserves that home run.
One down. Here's the third baseman, Matt Chapman. Next pitch is popped up. Vaughn sizing this one up. Snags it for the second out.
The left fielder, number 25, Dalton Varsho.
2 outs, base is empty. So up next for Toronto, Dalton Varsho. Late swing, foul to the left. Yo 1. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Now here's the leadoff man for the Blue Jays, Whit Merrifield. And
Missed.
Strike. Varsho, the runner at first with 2 gone.
That was good.
To the right center, base hit.
The batter, the center fielder,
Kevin Kiermaier next up for the Blue Jays.
Oh,
In the air, left field. Benintendi is there. And that will end the inning. But the long ball was working in this inning. Not once, but twice. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. You're watching Blue Jays baseball on The Show Canada. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now the right fielder, Gavin Sheets.
hopefully they don't mount a comeback here.
And here it comes. That one is at.
Oh my. I don't know if it's left or right trigger.
Springer going back on this one. Out of here.
Ah! He got one. It's the comeback. They're like, holy crap.
Well, he almost robbed the home run right there, and I tell you what, he'd love another crack at it. During batting practice, you always like to work on that, and so close, but that one was just out of his reach.
And there goes the shutout. Yeah. Oh well.
Swing and a ball popped up. Bichette under it. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's one down.
Gotta give their fans something to cheer about, I guess.
Second baseman.
Elvis
They waited through 8 innings of heck.
White Sox. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike one. Swings through
In real baseball, when the away team is batting and they have 2 strikes, then they get the crowd going on the thing. It's a second strike thing, and then they have make some noise.
Righty delivers.
I'm not the home team this time, but
By him for the K.
Well, that's a blue zone right there, or the cold zone on the hitting
they could
chart.
do a
Just
little
didn't
bit
have
with
much
all the
success
noises
in
and
that part of the
sounds and stuff like
strike
that.
zone, and a really good job of
They
the
probably
pitcher
could give the
executing,
audience
trying to
more
do that as
food too. A
often
lot
as
of
you
people are
can. The
eating
numbers are in your
constantly
favor.
there. And it's not cheap.
Moncada in the box again. Takes a strike.
No balls. 1 strike.
They don't have people going up and down constantly too. Boy oh boy, on the Yankees game, I swear I must have had to stand up about 40 times for people to go in and out.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
And some people,
Into the pitch.
some row behind me, there were even more.
Foul ball still 0-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Couldn't catch up to the heater. But the White Sox get one on a homer. Through 8 full. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show.
Take your prediction. 1 inning left. What's going to be my final score?
Here's the shortstop at the plate.
Here's a guessing game for Stephanie. She likes guessing stuff. Timothy, you can guess. Anybody else wants to guess?
Hendricks back to work. On the ground to third.
There, he makes it even easier. I got 2 outs left.
Retired.
The right fielder, number 4. George.
You got to guess soon, though.
Now the Toronto 4-hole hitter.
Could be
George
over quick.
Springer. Hendricks, 34-year-old vet, and he's a native of Australia. Now that's smacked to right center. Sliding, but it gets down.
Nice, it got past him. I
Around
can get a
first,
triple.
heading for 2. Around second, he wants the cycle. Cut off, throw to third.
Oh, I didn't make it.
The times that these guys take infield.
You think they'll get a couple on me?
Work on this play right here.
And I won't get any?
Perfectly. Nice throw to the cutoff.
Guess
man.
we'll
Lead
see.
to third. You feel pretty good about cutting that guy off and keeping him from getting a triple and getting an out.
Now at the plate, Vladimir Guerrero.
Well, you're wrong, because it's now
Drilled to left
43
center,
to
way
1.
back there, and that is gone.
Bad I didn't get my guy into the triple position. Trying for that cycle. I could have just left him on second, I guess.
Slider right down the middle of the plate.
Oh, you're gonna say 45? We could
For a hitter.
potentially be
You're just looking
45. We'll
just
see, I
waiting
guess.
for it to arrive, and you want to hit it a long way, and he did.
Look at all the home runs for his previous at bats. See that?
So 2 down. Danny Jansen getting ready to hit. Swing and a ground ball out to short.
Oh, he's out.
Not in time. He's safe.
Oh, he got there.
Little leaguer, you're taught to hustle out of the box and give it a full sprint through the base, regardless of how you hit it. And he didn't make great contact, but the effort was there, and he earns the base hit.
Now it's the DH, Brandon Bell. And first offering is fouled off.
Yeah, I'll play one more, I think.
2 away.
Oh, pop up.
Foul territory for the catcher.
The next one will be against a new team, so it might be
Brings it in for the 3rd out.
harder because they're good and fresh, you know.
Shot for Toronto. On now to the bottom of inning number 9.
The problem when you're going against these teams, if you get a run on one of them, you're pulling all their pitchers in. Then their pitchers are tired and less confident.
And welcome back. Bottom 9, digging in, Sebi Zavala.
The catcher, Sebi Zavala.
And the right-hander back to work. That's a strike.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at-bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
Kicks and deals.
Boog, it looks like somebody missed the swing sign. That's the first pitch.
You know what pitch I'm on here?
If you guys are really us, what number are we thinking of? 69, dudes!
There's a swing and a miss.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Swing and a miss. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Well, he's on a great run.
69, dude.
Excellent control and command, not walking opposing batters. You know, this offense, they've got to find a way to break his rhythm. Put the bat on the ball, maybe try to bunt for a base hit, get him off the mound, moving around, step out, something to interrupt his timing because he's coming right after these guys.
Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play. And it's even up.
No, that missed. That's the ball. 1-1.
Stephanie's been quiet today. I wonder what's going on with her.
The wind of the pitch. There's a strike. Sets him down looking. Fastball to letters, froze him for strike 3.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ball.
Oh, you're here.
This one, that was his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
Benintendi to the plate. Hit on the ground to the right side, and he picks it up in foul territory.
They do use that charge thing. A bunch of buffaloes stampeding.
Next pitch is popped up. And he's got it. Ball game. And the Blue Jays come in here and finish off a 3-game sweep.
Terrific job in this game. He scattered 2 hits and
Oh, he psyched him out. Did you see that?
Got himself all the way to the finish line and
Went to shake his hand and he pulled it back.
A little out of hand. And the road team picks up the win and picks up a sweep. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.
Now they should replay every home run, eh? Like 10 minutes later.
Time of the ball game.
Vladdy.
3 minutes. Tonight's paid attention.
Now we're heading into Detroit. Actually, it's almost 10 o'clock. I want to play another one. Yeah, maybe we'll try Detroit, eh? No, you don't. I don't want to play. Play game. You stream till 11. What do you mean? Kenny Jansen, Brandon's tired. Kevin's tired. That doesn't help me any against a fresh team. Take out 3 of my stars. A lot of times I stop around 10 o'clock my time.
Friday baseball on the show. It's the Toronto Blue
Look at we're 88. No.
Tigers. First pitch coming your way next.
Timothy's tired. It's not as fun when Timothy goes to bed, you know.
Just about to get started.
He's cheering me on the whole way.
Spencer Turnbull. But Chris, he hasn't exactly been stellar here on his home mound.
Well, I'll say this. Every player wants to perform well at their home ballpark, in front of their fans, in front of the city.
He's got a batting average of .45. That's excellent.
So, you look at the numbers. They haven't been great at home. I'm sure he wants to turn that around.
All right, is that one out of the park? Or yes? Or no? So yes if you think it's going out, or no if you think it's not. Whit Merrifield is the hitter. You have 10 seconds. You just had an ad. What ad was it? You think it's out of here? Stephanie thinks it's out of here. So 10 seconds for anybody who wants to guess. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Do you think it's out of here or no, Timothy? 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. A Tupi and Bino ad, eh? I don't know what that even is. Anyway, let's see who's right here. Pretty solid hit.
This one's got a chance. And it's gone.
Out of here. First hit.
With that swing, just like that, they move in front. It's 1-0.
Man, that's crazy. First pitch, first hit, home run. Oh, it's a book.
Well, so much for settling into this game, Boog. No courtesy first pitch take right there. He was ready from the second he stepped into the box, got a pitch to hit, jumped all over it. I tell you what, that'll fire up the guys in your dugout.
Here's Tony Kemp. Swing at a high fly.
They're going to catch that one.
Torkelson settles under it. Puts it away for the out.
Doopy and Bino is a kids show. Oh.
Bo Bichette up to the dish. Looking to stay hot. He had 5 hits in the game last night. On the ground to the left.
Ah, right to him.
Whips it across, and Bichette is retired.
I've never heard of it.
The right fielder, number 4.
2 outs, base is empty.
Merrifield's closing in on the hit streak record, eh?
Last night, coming off a great hitting performance.
Oh, Bichette was almost at that.
Moving under it. And that is that. Another look here at the solo shot leading off the ball game. It's now 1-0. This
I think he's within 6 now.
On the show, Canada.
6 games. You heard the show?
And our pitcher in this game, Jose Barrios. Safe to say he's pretty stingy, Chris.
Indeed, his walks and hits per innings pitched is ridiculously good. I mean, when you look at the rest of the league.
Man, this team would be so intimidating.
Works out of the stretch. He's always in his windup. Probably feeling pretty comfortable getting the baseball going right after hitters, limiting hard contact, and having good defensive work behind him.
The wide to kick the pitch. Popped up left side.
Oh, crap. I accidentally went left at first because I thought I was the control of the other guy.
Has to feel good. He actually kind of fooled him with the breaking ball on the inside part of the plate there. Didn't get a good piece of it, but he got just enough to fight it off and make it work out. And now a chance to maybe get creative.
It's a speedy guy on base too. Well, they might make it challenging.
Here's Riley Green. First pitch, and that's in for a strike.
There's with no outs.
Bounce to the right side. Guerrero goes to second. Safe there.
Oh, 2 guys on base. With no outs, I'm in trouble here. They're going to make this a tough game. I got to start striking guys out here, otherwise they're going to pull ahead of me. Look at that guy's speed and his steal stat.
Barrios throws over. Badu back in on a dive. Popped up.
Oh, I pushed the wrong direction.
There's a hit. Runner around third on his way to the plate. He'll score, and the Tigers even it up. It's 1-1.
Crap!
His confidence level is so high.
I thought I was going to push down because I thought I'd be a fielder, and then it turned out to be a second.
Meaning it's not really a spot on the field where you can expect anyone to get to it easily. I mean, it's a tough play going back for the shortstop, but also for the outfielders trying to come in. They got to go a long way as well.
Next to hit, Eric Haas. And that one fouled off.
My streak is at risk here, guys. 89 games in a row.
Runners at first and third.
I told you that first time you go against a new team, it's tough.
It's great to get on the board in the first frame of the ball game, but here's an opportunity for them to really open things up with a couple of runners on. Let's see if they can cash in.
Started after it, tried to hold up. Now a look to first, and no swing, says Jerry Hillsdale. Right-hander kicks, deals. Taps softly third base side, a swinging bunt. Play it home, he's safe. It's 2-1.
Ah, crap.
Accomplished there as he picks up the RBI to give him the lead. Just a little roller to the pull side, definitely out in front of the pitch away, but it wasn't one the defense could make a play on.
Here is Austin Meadows. On the ground, 2-ball. The throw to second, and that's 2.
I think there's always something pretty about watching a 5-4-3 double play get turned. I mean, just seeing the ball whipped around the diamond with quickness and accuracy, that was nice.
Well, at least they got 2 of them.
For the Tigers, Spencer Torkelson. Bounce to the right. Merrifield. Now the throw to first on the run. And the inning is over. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left.
All right, we're coming from behind here.
America. It's the Tigers 2 and the Blue Jays 1.
Game's it's gonna up the difficulty here on me.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. Singing, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
Maybe we'll get a homer right away here.
It doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field.
Swung on, belted. Green ranges back on it. Looking up, and that ball is gone.
Yeah! Coming from behind, yeah, because they had two, I had 1. Now I tied it up.
2-2. 1 pitch, 1 swing, 1 home run.
Yeah, you could say that's efficiency right there. Didn't need much time in the box to make an impact. Does an excellent job of getting his arms extended to get the fat part of the bat to the baseball. Wrists do not roll over. They stay through the zone and on plane. Excellent swing.
Alejandro Kirk now at the plate.
You are our guest.
Perfect hit there.
Green,
Catherine, thank you for liking.
Back some more. Bangs off the wall. And he's got a double.
Catherine, you just missed the...
Streak continues. There have been almost no bad days for him in the...
I don't know why they took Jensen out. Jensen had like 5 home runs last game. And they put Kirk in. Catherine, you just missed. I won like massively.
Santiago Espinal. What a season.
Like 41-1.
He has supplied a lot of power and that average. Foul back our way, and that's out of play.
And now they had a lead on me, 2-1, but 2-2 now.
It's time for him to settle in now and throw up some zeros on that scoreboard.
And the 0-1. In the air,
Let's start getting rid of this pitcher. Oh, 43-2.
And there's 1 down.
BRB. That was Stephanie's first BRB today.
Fresh off a huge 6-hit game last night, so we'll see how he follows it up here today. And first offering is fouled off.
Of course, they took out a couple of my big hitters because they're tired, but...
Man at second. Swings and misses. And that is strike 2.
Well, this guy on the mound understands that this batter's trying to take him deep. I think the key here is change speeds. Keep him off balance.
In the air, foul off first.
Ah, poop.
2 down. And now it's Dalton Varsho. Hot right now. 6 hits in the game yesterday. In the air, left field.
You're off to bed?
Torkelson racing, makes the catch.
Ah, they got me.
Homer ties it for Toronto. 2-2 game. Back after this on the show. Bottom half of inning number 2. Here's a speed threat, Matt Vierling. And he deals. There's a high chopper and foul ball. And the pitch. And strike 2. Rusty Valentine calling balls and strikes.
Boog, something I hear from hitters about Valentine is they know they don't have to protect off the plate too much in 2-strike counts, and that can be a big deal in terms of your confidence in seeing some pitches in that at bat.
The 0-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. What about an umpire's height? How much of a role does that play in your experience and what the strike zone is like?
Yeah, I think it pushes the strike zone up a little bit, which, you know, as a former hitter, you like that. You wanted the ball up. You didn't want to have to deal with stuff down in the zone consistently.
Kicks and fires. On the ground at first, Guerrero steps on first for the out. As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all 4 guys, nicknames, hometowns, and as well hobbies listed, just so you can kind of small talk the umpire a little bit.
That's great.
Nick Maton, the next to hit, takes ball 1.
That was in
the early going. And it's 1-1.
1-1.
And the righty deals. So now 1-2. Swing and a bouncer. Merrifield. The throw to first. And that quickly 2 away.
Batting none. The shortstop, Ryan Kreidler.
And next to hit for Detroit, Ryan Kreidler. And that's in there for strike 1. On the ground, right side. And it gets by him.
Oh, they got base.
Just a simple ground ball the other way. They've had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
Next is the designated hitter, Akil Baddoo. Reached on an infield single his first time. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. That one pushed foul.
Boog, this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths.
Next offering is in for a strike. Goes down swinging for the strike.
There we go. He stranded somebody.
Catch up to the heater. Tigers leave 1. Score remains 2-2. Welcome back. Whit Merrifield up to the plate.
The second baseman, Whit
Merrifield in his 8th season hitting leadoff in today's game, and his last 10 games stand out. He's homered in 4 of them. Swing and a miss. Slider
Darn it.
right there.
Looks like he went up there guessing on the first pitch. It was going to sell out to it. Didn't make any contact.
Very early.
This one lifted in the air, left field, and that drops foul. Here comes the pitch. Lined into left center, base hit.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
And now for the Jays, Tony Kemp. 0 for 1 so far. Merrifield on the move. Pitch in for a strike. Safe at second, and he easily steals.
There we go. We'll get him in scoring position.
Dynamic skill set he brings to the field on this one. Homered earlier, now he swipes second, showing off the speed. Really fun to watch him play the game.
Right side.
Oh, not right to him.
He takes it on his own and one away in the top of the third.
Now batting, the shortstop, Bichette.
And now the shortstop, Bo Bichette. First time up, he grounded to third. This guy makes great contact. One of the best in the game at putting bat on ball.
He's got such quick hands, and he's gaining pitch recognition. That keeps him square to the plate. There's a good chance that his bat.
Ripped into center, base hit. Runner from third comes across. It's 3-2. And in at second with an RBI double.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Like, yeah! Woo!
And it'll be
Welcome
George
back.
Springer to step to the plate. Fly to left his first time up. Turned on, but that's foul down the third baseline.
All over the first pitch fastball right there, but just a little bit out front. Got to let it travel just a bit more.
And the 0-1. That's to third, and it stays fair. Bichette around third and headed home. He'll score easily, and they lead by 2.
There we go. We ran another one in.
That ball was drilled 106 off the bat, and that's the kind of feedback that tells you. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back.
Runner on at first with one gone. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He's already homered in this one. Now a screamer into the outfield. And in one hops the wall. Here comes Springer around third. The relay throw. It's off the mark and he scores. And they're up by 3.
There we go. Ground some in.
That's 3 hits in a row. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. The ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity. Right on top of it.
Alejandro Kirk next up for the Blue Jays. Doubled in his first AB. In the air, left side. Torkelson makes the catch. 2 down.
Good pitch. He just kind of had him out in front on that pitch away and wasn't able to stay closed.
Santiago Espinal.
So now here's the DH. Santiago Espinal. Flied out his first time. Chris, baseball today, so many strikeouts, and they are available to pitchers. But this is a guy that puts the bat on the ball and is kind of different from the players that we see day in, day out. Haas makes the play, and that will end the inning. 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and 1 left on. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Blue Jays 5, Tigers 2. And welcome back. Stepping in, Riley Green.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
That's in there. That's strike 1. High fly.
Oh, crap.
That ball out into left center field. Varsho makes the grab.
Push the wrong direction at first. It messes you up.
Now batting, the first baseman,
Miguel Cabrera up now for the Tigers. Singled and drove in a run his first time through. Swings through that one. 0-1. Cabrera, a career batting average over 300, and he's one of the few two-time MVPs in the league. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. That one missing inside.
It's a good take.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
One down, base is empty. Gets a piece and stays alive. The wide, the kick, and the 1-2. And a foul ball, he stays alive. The pitch. And a ball evens the count. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2. Swings through it, and that's a strike.
Yeah, I don't get that. Danny Jansen
Down in order go the Tigers. And the
scored
deficit
3 home runs
is
last game, and then
5-2.
they decided to sit him.
On to the 4th, and now Matt Chapman.
The third baseman, Matt Chapman.
The right-hander back to work. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
Well, these Blue Jays doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. They're hitting everything thrown at them. Their contact rate is in the low 90s. It's like they know what's coming, and that's just pretty ridiculous what they're doing right now. Those numbers are well above the major league average.
Now here is Dalton Varsho. 0 for 1 with a flyout. And a foul ball. And a pitch. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. And that extends his hitting streak yet again. This is starting to get pretty interesting, Singy.
Yeah, and the way he's going, it seems like there's no end in sight. This is a guy that no pitcher wants to face right now, especially with runners on base. I mean, he's doing all the little things right, and it just seems like he's in cruise control at the plate.
And now it's going to be.
I don't think the pitchers want to face any of my guys.
Ripped to third.
Ah, crap.
Well, baseball can be cruel, can it? I mean, sometimes it gives and sometimes it takes away. He did everything right on that swing, but he's got nothing to show for it.
Now it's going to be Tony Kemp. That one pulled foul. Two outs. Hit hard. That gets through. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs. That extends his hitting streak to an even dozen, Singy. Do opposing pitchers start to take notice when a guy's on a roll like this?
Yeah, I think so, Boog. It's not like it changes the scouting report on a guy or anything like that too much, but you're aware of who's swinging the hottest bat, and that's definitely him right now.
Bo Bichette gets a chance to hit. 1 for 2.
That sounded pretty solid.
Line to left, base hit. Runner at third puts on the brakes. Base is now loaded with 2 away. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or 2 behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
Here's George Springer.
Oh.
Miss. And it's 0-1.
Yeah, I'm surprised we didn't see a visit from the pitching coach here, just to remind him, focus on the hitter, don't worry about anything else.
The 0-1. Swinging a foul straight back. The pitch. On the ground. Down the line, and it's foul. Bases loaded, 2 down. This one high in the air to left center. Torkelson gets there. He's under it. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. So the Blue Jays stand 3, and it remains 5-2. Back here at the ballpark, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, Austin Meadows. Berrios back to work. Swinging a foul straight back. The pitch. Strike 2. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. Now 1 away. And up next for Detroit, Spencer Torkelson. Grounded out his first time. The Tigers selected Spencer Torkelson #1 overall in 2020 out of Arizona State, and he rocketed through their farm system, made it to AAA in his first pro season, and then eventually made his big league debut the following year.
Yeah, Torkelson became the 4th Arizona State baseball player to be drafted #1 overall. Can you think of some of the other ones, Boog?
Next offering is in for a strike. Well, I know that Bob Horner was a 1-1, and I know Rick Monday was the first overall pick.
Yep, you also add Floyd Bannister in 1976. You know, Arizona State's produced more #1 overall picks than any other program in the country.
Next offering is fouled back. Righty to the plate. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. And next up for the Tigers, Matt Vierling. 0 for 1. He grounded out to first his last time. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Here's the 0-2. Caught him looking for the K.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
Back at Comerica Park. And here's the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. And a pitch. In the air, left field. And Guerrero is set down. One away.
Up next for the Blue Jays, the catcher.
So up next, Alejandro Kirk. He is at the top of the game in terms of defense at the catching spot. That one drilled.
There's a good hit.
Field, and it hits the base of the wall. The relay to second, and he's safe. It's a wall ball double.
Putting some good swings on the ball. That's his second extra base hit in this one. This was a really nice swing. Didn't quite get enough behind it to get it out of here, but once it got over his head in left field, it was extra bases all the way.
One out, runner at
All
second.
ball double.
And now to the plate, here's the Toronto DH, Santiago Espinal. Dives and he can't hang on. He decides to hold on to it. A tough play, and now there are runners at first and second. And that knock bumps his hitting streak into double digits, Chris. He's hitting 10 straight.
Yeah, and on a nice trajectory, average going up, OBP, everything he's doing at the plate right now just seems to be working.
And here comes the Tigers manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Spencer Turnbull is done, and as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with the new pitcher after this break. New pitcher now, Matt Manning.
Well, he's had trouble at times keeping the ball in the park this season. Something to keep in mind here.
Now it's Matt Chapman. Dive, and he's got
No
it.
crap.
Throw. Kreidler to second. What a double play that was. Inning over. Nicely done from the Tigers bullpen there. Last half of the fifth coming up. It's the Blue Jays 5, Tigers 2. Back here in Detroit, now the third baseman, Nick Maton.
The third baseman, Nick Maton.
And here it comes. Out towards left center. Varsho moving under it. He makes the grab. And a quick out, number one.
Well, on the mound, very efficient, able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the third or fourth pitch of just about every at-bat.
And the batter will be the shortstop, Ryan Kreidler.
Really good piece of hitting last time, going to the opposite field.
And he swings and misses at the initial offering. Swing and a miss, and that's strike two. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Well, he's showing some pretty dominating stuff out there in this one, not just in terms of swing and miss, but also in terms of command. You know, all of the strikeouts, they kind of speak for themselves, but when you don't walk anyone, you're demonstrating that you have the confidence in your abilities to truly go right after opposing batters.
Baddoo now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. The 0-1. Swings through that.
Well, you can't really adjust your game plan for that last pitch. Guy hasn't thrown it very much. You got to focus on the stuff that he's throwing up there most of the time.
This to third. Fires over to Guerrero. That ends the inning. Tigers fail to make any noise. They trail at 5-2.
Must be in one of those drone cams.
Here's the left fielder, Dalton Varsho. Manning, 25 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2016. Ground ball right side. Cabrera steps on the bag. Now one gone in the top of the sixth.
The batter number 50, second baseman,
Whit Merrifield next up for the Blue Jays. He's already homered in this game. Lifted in the air out to left. Drops into the glove. And there are 2 outs.
As good as he's seeing the ball out
You're
of the
watching,
pitcher's hand,
eh?
You cannot hang a breaking ball right
Tight
there.
game.
Lucky it's staying in the
5-2.
ballpark.
That last game I blew him out of the water, the other team, but
1 for 3.
this team is fresh.
That's towards center. Green settles under it. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. Nothing doing here this half. 2-3-4 due up in the home half of the 6th. It's the Blue Jays 5, Tigers 2. And welcome back. Bottom of the inning. And here is Riley Green.
center fielder,
Well, you got to give him credit out there on the mound. This outing started off a little shaky, but he's found a way to settle in and turn this into a pretty good start. Kind of shows you a lot about his mental makeup as a pitcher.
That one's in there. And that is strike 1. That clips the corner.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
The 0-2. Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout.
Bottom.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Next to hit, Miguel Cabrera. His righty-lefty splits there. Swings and misses. It's 0-1.
Well, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
Strike 2. The pitch. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Chris, third time through the order, and a couple of quick outs for the starter.
Yeah, he's been very frugal today. Economical with the pitch count.
2 outs, base is empty. Now here's the Tigers cleanup hitter, Eric Haas. Haas measures 5 feet 10 inches, 30 years old now, and he's driven in 8 runs over his last 10 games. The 0-1. That one hit to right. And George makes
Ooh, big run for that one.
the third out. Back here at the ballpark, we go to the top of the 7th. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Bo Bichette. Manning back to work. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
So now it's the 4-hole hitter, George Springer. Ground ball.
Oh, crap.
2. Slings to second. How about that double play? And now the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Bounce to third. And he grabs it foul. On the ground to third. Throw on to Cabrera. And Guerrero is set down. And that is that.
Here's where my seat was almost when I was at the Yankees. Probably would have been about right there.
Back at Comerica Park, bottom of the seventh. And the batter now, Austin Meadows. The Tigers in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. I need a good at bat out of him right here.
The wind and the pitch. Out to short, Bichette. And the leadoff hitter set down to open the seventh.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Spencer Torkelson up now for the Tigers.
On the mound, he had a little trouble back in the first, but it's been a different story the rest of the way. Really settled into this outing nicely.
That one fouled off.
I'm impressed by the number of first pitch strikes. He's not afraid of contact. Some guys, they'll nibble just because they don't want to get hit hard. That's not what we're seeing here.
Kicks and deals. Struck him out swinging.
Got him.
Had him way out front of the slur.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
Matt Vierling up now for the Tigers. Vierling having more success against left-handed pitching this season, as might be expected. Right back to him on the mound. Play made, that ends the inning. Ready to begin the eighth. Here's the Toronto catcher, Alejandro Kirk. The wind of the pitch. Ripped on a line to center. Green puts it away, and there's one down.
Clearly
right to him.
Right there. First pitch of the inning hits a bullet, and it just is one of those bad luck ABs.
Santiago Espinal will hit next. Good contact guy, good defender. And that's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single. Mansingi, he hit that ball right on the sweet spot. According to StatCast, the exit velo 110 miles an hour.
Yeah, Boog. I mean, that right there is an absolute missile. And he just put a great swing on it, squared it up perfectly. Those are the ones that feel really good.
Chapman, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike one. And a little something extra at stake in this at-bat, as he's hitless so far with his hitting streak in jeopardy. Now the 0-1. Swing and a hard hit liner up the middle and a base hit.
There we go. His hit streak's intact.
Up next to the Blue Jays.
And that hit carries a little extra meaning, Boog. It keeps his hitting streak going. He is dialed in at the dish right now.
I don't think there's a more confident hitter in all of baseball right now. Looks like he's expecting a knock every time he steps to the plate. And next for Toronto, Dalton Varsho. Ground ball up the middle. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. Goes to second, safe there.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right
Ooh.
there. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it. Now the base is loaded. Big opportunity for them to break this game open.
Now here is, and that one is lifted in the air. Torkelson makes the grab for the second out.
Oh, crap.
The tag gets him, and it's a double play to end the inning. Blue Jays leave a pair. They're still out in front 5-2.
What's that? Where am I here? This is close to where I was the other game. The Pittsburgh game, I would have been about there, probably.
Back here in Detroit, bottom of the eighth. And here is Nick Maton.
Third baseman, Nick Maton.
And the right-hander back to work. And there's a strike. Berrios Into his 8th inning of work, Singy. He's been good.
Yeah, he's the type of guy that gets better as he gets deeper into the ball game. If you're going to get to him, you get to him early. They didn't do that today. We'll see what happens as this finishes.
Next offering is fouled back. Pitch count in great shape. It seems you might have a chance to finish it. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Drops for a hit. He couldn't run it down. Not stopping. He's going for 3. And he makes it into third with a leadoff triple.
Ooh.
Nice job of 2-strike hitting in that at bat.
I got a triple on me.
Those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
We'll probably score one here.
Ryan Kreidler digs in now.
Oh, no outs yet.
And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
If you're going to get something going, this is the time to do it. You get the leadoff man on. Everybody's got to look over the shoulder and say, I'm just going to keep the line moving. Don't try to do too much.
And the 0-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. Maton at third with nobody out. Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
Up next for the Tigers.
Akil Baddoo getting ready to hit.
This is tense here. It can get very close here. Pretty quickly.
He swings and fouls one off.
Energy's getting low too.
0-1.
Add.
Softly hit to third. Chapman on the run. Throw to first. Now 2 away as they get a run across. And next to hit for
Ellis.
Riley Green.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
That's in there. 0-1.
Look how close this game is. This tight, man. I gotta be careful.
And that's in for a strike. Next pitch is popped up. And puts the squeeze on that one. And that'll do it.
Ooh.
So it's 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. 9th inning coming up. It's the Blue Jays 5 and the Tigers 3. And welcome back. All set to start the 9th in this one. And now the center fielder, Tony Kemp. Manning back to work. And a swing and a line drive at a right field.
Oh, he got it.
Here puts it away for the out. And there's one down. And now the shortstop, Bo Bichette. Swing and a ball ripped out towards right center field. That'll touchdown for a hit. Around first and hustling for second. That's a double, and he's got a 4-hit day.
Another big game. He's looking pretty much unstoppable at the plate. When you connect and it jumps off your bat like that, you're thinking double at the very least. Put a great swing on it, and man, he wasn't fooled at all.
George Springer next up for the Blue Jays. Foul ball there. Here's your 1. That one ripped.
That's out of here. A little bit of padding.
And it's gone.
Whew.
George Springer takes him deep. His 80th home run of the season. It's 7-3. That's their third home
He's
run.
catching up to Vlad.
A lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot.
I don't know what Vlad's at, but he's like 80 something too as well.
That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
One out, base is empty. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. the next to hit. That one
might be out there too.
Field. That's back there. Out of here.
Not to be outdone.
They do it again. Back-to-back homers. He's done it again. His second homer of the game.
Oh, he's got 94.
They add to the lead. It's 8-3.
Back-to-back jacks, and this club is fired up right now, Boog. I mean, this is the kind of thing where you really start to notice hitters in a lineup feeding off each other, and the collective confidence just continues to grow.
So they turn things over to the righty, Jason Foley.
Coming on to face a righty bat, and they've had quite a bit of success against him this year.
So 1 out, nobody on. Here's the catcher, Alejandro Kirk. Line drive, and that's a base hit out into center field.
Alexander Kirk is a slow runner.
Right there, does a great job of staying in the big part of the field. Man, there are a lot of hits there.
Santiago Espino.
Santiago Espinal will hit next. And that one lifted in.
Probably gonna catch that one.
That gets down for a hit. They fired in quickly.
Oh, he didn't catch it.
First and second with only 1 away.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Kirk over at second. Espinal at first. 1 gone. Drilled
Out of here!
Back there, and that is gone. Matt Chapman bops one out of here. His 61st home run of the season, and they add to their lead. It's 11-3. Singy, that's his 199th career home run.
Well, 200 homers is an exciting number for anyone to get to. He's got to be looking forward to that next one a lot. Pitchers are taught to keep the ball down so that you don't get hurt. But unfortunately on that one, he made a pretty good pitch in terms of location, but it was just a better swing.
So the Tigers get a new arm from the pen, Tyler Alexander. He's pitching on 2 days rest. So up next for Toronto, Dalton Varsho. In the air out to center. Green settles under it. And he makes the catch. And there are 2 down.
Now batting, the second baseman with
Now, Whit Merrifield. He's already homered here in this one. Alexander, 28 years old, and he was a second-round pick back in 2015. Here's a swing.
Out of here!
And he knew it. He'll circle the bases, and they add a run. It's 12-3.
Kind of was tight for the longest time, but now kind of been taking it to them this inning, eh?
He came out of his shoes on that one, but managed to keep his mechanics intact long enough to get to the ball and through it, and it went a long way.
And now Tony Kemp. Center field.
Oh, that's it.
He settles under it. He's got it. And that is that. The final damage here, they bat around. 10 come to the plate, 7 runs on the board. Heart of the order, 3, 4, 5 will get their shot in the
There's
bottom
like
of the ninth.
lots of runs
It's
that
the
one
Blue Jays
inning.
12 and the Tigers 3. Now it's Jordan Romano out of the bullpen. He has a great slider with tons of.
I thought I was gonna be closing pitching with a lead of 2.
Up now for the Tigers.
They got 7.
Out on just 3 pitches last time.
And a pitch. Bounding ball here, rolls foul. The pitch. Swing and a miss.
2 pretty nasty sliders to get this hitter in an 0-2 count. If you're up there at the plate, you got to look up in the zone and spit on anything that's down. Well, I love to see guys compete, and I know he's frustrated that he wasn't able to do anything with that pitch. You see it so well, but you have to respect the upper 90s velocity. Man, it is hard to catch up to.
And there's a foul ball. Strike 2.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
Got him looking for the K. Called strike 3 and a fastball up in the zone.
Well, I think that's a case of overthinking right there. He got 3 straight fastballs looking in the 0-2 count just to pour it back.
Now it's Austin Meadows. Fouled off. He was late. Left-hand hitter waits. Out towards right center field. Springer racing after it. He can't get there. It's a base hit. Meadows into second, and he's got a double.
Oh, double.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. This is why hitters work so hard on driving the ball gap to gap in batting practice. There's a
Good thing it wasn't only two
If you
scores.
can get one into that open space, it usually means extra bases.
Before my 9th inning, it was 5-3.
Man at second here with 2 away. And up next for Detroit, Spencer Torkelson. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1. To the right side, Merrifield. Throw to first. Ball game. And the Blue Jays.
There we go. We got him.
One of the series on the road.
Another day, another win. I really think these guys have forgotten how to lose a ball game. It's been so long since they've lost. I really don't know what else to say. They're just a can't-miss ball club right now.
These guys did pretty well, though.
12-3 for Chris Singleton and
I think that's one of the highest
outstanding
scores
crew
against.
here at MLB The Show. I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.
Against me, kept me down for most of the game. Had lots of chances. Not highest scores, but highest hits or something. Vladdy got 2 home runs. There we go. Where are we at here? Coming up on to All-Star. Couple games against Detroit, then the All-Star game. Then the Angels. So Arizona. Then San Diego. And Seattle. You're here. Then LA. So the road trip has 2 more games, and then after the All-Star break, they'll be at home. Please keep streaming. I'm tired. I'm gonna go to bed. Do one more. It's like too much focusing. You got to focus on that ball, you know. But thank you for everybody, whatever you did today. Those who shared, those who chatted, like Stephanie and Timothy and whoever else is around still. Don't forget to check out my YouTube. There's some cool pictures from my Seattle trip in there, as well as past trips, as well as clips and past streams. Link is in the video description. You're wondering what the poll, 60% said stay hydrated. 20% said find shade. 20% said blast the air conditioning. And 0 said embrace the sun. Interesting, eh? Anyhow, thank you again. Have a good night.